should be. I'm gonna come off
Someone,
this.
right when it goes to start, someone says when part 7 of ranking the map packs, he's gonna get some good news in a second.
Right. Okay. We check my phone. We should be live now. Hopefully.
I have it pulled up in a tab, so I'll tell you when it's. I think it's up
It
now because it
is.
just
It
loaded.
is.
Yeah, we're
I'm
live.
happy this went fine because the last two live streams I tried to do, they were both for the Heliopolis thing I'm doing. The first one, for some reason it wouldn't let me stream, but it created like 8 different broadcasts that were just waiting for me to start. So I had to like unlist all of them. And the second one, I streamed and like I started recording for 10 minutes, and I looked at chat and everyone was saying, where's microphone? Where's game audio? And it turns out my OBS just completely reset its settings to just nothing.
Dear
So
God.
I don't know what happened
Also,
there.
Pittsburgher in the chat. Great name, by the way. You you asked when is part 7 of ranking the map packs coming out. Good news. I just finished editing it. I have to render it. It'll be out tomorrow, or I guess today. It's 4 in the morning for me.
Well, there goes one of the questions.
Yeah. Yeah. One question. Nailed it. We're doing great.
Yes, we're gonna speedrun this. 10 minutes done. It's 4 a.m.
This is gonna be the
yeah.
first 20-minute episode because I'm gonna speed run all the questions.
Okay. I do wonder how many people would actually join with how bad of a time this is. This is definitely
This is
gonna
probably.
be. Yeah, go on.
The people are gonna watch this one as a VOD, I'm sure.
Yes, which means I'll try and do the timestamps today. I still haven't put the timestamp for Brian's interview. I need to like get through those. But
I should have probably asked this before we went live, but like my mic isn't picking up my fan, I hope.
it isn't. You're fine.
Okay, good. Discord noise suppression is doing its job then. Thank God.
Yes. Okay. So let me see. Okay. So compared to the other interviews we've done, it's a pretty like average amount of questions. We have 12 from me and 12 from the viewers. So
Alright.
I don't know how long this is gonna last, but I will say the other people that I've interviewed, or at least most of them, there was way less chat before the live stream, so I've got a feeling that this is going to go a bit longer than those just by accident by talking, but we'll see.
I mean, I'm seeing a couple people from my like stream chat in here. Not a lot, but like shout out All Hail Ketchup. I see you in my stream chats a lot.
He's in all mine, like every single one of mine.
I see Ketchup everywhere in the GD community. I'll just like go to a random completion of some list demon and they're like top comment like yo GG good, you know, whatever. It's so fun.
You need to get a #1 NothingIsScary hater, because my #1 GD Bean hater doesn't miss a video. He doesn't miss a community post. He doesn't miss a live stream. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But anyways, okay, so I asked this question. Actually, there's 13 of my questions, but I usually just ask this to everyone now because I think it's a good starter. So we'll start with this.
Okay.
How did you get into Geometry Dash?
So I it's weird. I made a whole video like my 10-year anniversary, and that was like it started with an explanation of how I got into the game. But it's weird because I technically got into 3 aspects of the game at 3 separate times because I discovered the game itself through like the original Newgrounds post back in like 2013 of Rob asking for song artists.
Whoa.
But I don't count that because I didn't know about the community and I only played light. You know what I mean? So if you don't count that, I truly got into the game kind of in the transitional point between 1.9 and 2.0 because I remember I distinctly remember the first 2 GD videos I ever got recommended on YouTube were Riot beating ICDX and then Cyclic beating, I'm doing like air quotes, but Cyclic beating Sonic Wave, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And after that, I think around 2.0, I got like a pirated copy of GD, loved it, and then asked my parents like, "Hey, can you buy me the full?" I would have been like 10 years old. Can you buy me the full version of Geometry Dash? And my parents are like, "That sounds educational. Sure, here you go." And yeah. It's kind of funny because like I've never been able to pinpoint exactly when these things happen, and I've had people like say like that doesn't make sense, but it's genuinely just because I have the years wrong. I don't remember when things happened. I think the first EVW video I ever watched was the Chicken Techno video. Like I really I feel like that's yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't remember when they exactly played. I see that a lot when I ask these questions.
I missed out on stuff like Bloodbath's verification. I mean, I saw it when it happened, but I didn't like see the stream. I just saw the upload, and it's weird. I
Yeah,
was young.
yeah, I joined pretty late in comparison. I just remember, I mean, I had Meltdown before, but I know, like, from the demon list, I know that I joined when Plasma Pulse Finale was #1, I think. I think, but I'm not completely sure.
EPF versus Bloodlust. Yeah,
Yes. No, on God, Plasma Pulse Finale is harder. I'll stand by that. I still think
I
that.
I got a lot, and I mean a lot of heat in my comment section of my ranking every top one video, which isn't a good video. But I got a lot of heat because I said like I was like really mean to Plasma Pulse Finale. I like just didn't like it. I I'll be real, I don't know why I was so mean, not because I like it, but because I don't care. I'm so ambivalent to that level.
I used to really like it, but like if I looked at it now, I realize yeah, it was just because of the song. Like I liked it just because of the song. The actual level is just like it's like fine. I think Bloodlust was such a better top one in a way. Speaking of Bloodlust, that's another level I like got a bunch of progress on and never touched again.
Uh,
But
Bloodlust just I've never been able to get the same enjoyment out of it other people have. I forever ago, it's like a scrapped video I had. I teased it in ranking the demon list and then never made it. It was I was gonna rank the Riot top ones, so it was gonna be like uh Cataclysm, Bloodbath, Aftermath, Bloodlust, Tartarus, and Acheron. But I never made it because of Bloodlust. Because I'm like, Bloodlust is so cool visually, and its story is so cool. Seeing people grind it is so cool. And then you realize, wait a minute, this is the same level that replaced the mini ball section with like a goofy mini way. I don't know if it was the mini ball or if it was like the ship, but like the part in Wio at the very beginning, it replaced like a really normal section with like a crazy ass mini wave, and I'm like, what is that?
yeah, the mini wave gets really consistent, but yeah, I don't see why some stuff got replaced. There was like another part. I can't remember. Oh yeah, it was. I don't know. I can't remember what got replaced, but they added like a random swing copter just in the level.
Yeah, it's like, why is there a ball copter in Bloodbath? Like, what are we
Which
doing?
would be. It would be honestly. It would be fine if it wasn't like a lot of people see that as like one of the biggest choke points in the level, which makes it even
I
worse.
it's like Riot verify, and like I'm about to make fun of Riot when I say this, but like all respect to Riot, but it's like Riot verified Red World Rebirth and went, aha, this is my new thing now, ball
Yeah.
copters in all my levels.
I mean, okay, but I will say I kind of like swing copters when they appear in levels. I find the gameplay pretty
I
enjoyable.
pretty major hot take because people don't like it. So here you go. You get like one of those controversial nothing is scary takes in your
Yay.
interview. But I really love Aturnus's cube copter. It's such a cool section.
No, I agree. I agree. I mean, I think I used to. I made a video like one of my first ever level reviews. Was like hating, or not first, but it was like one of the earlier ones. I believe it was just hating on Eternus, and I thought it was like the worst one. I don't know why I thought that. Because looking at it
I
now, I think they both. I think the Riot trilogy gets better as they go on.
I'm stuttering. I'm sorry. I'm always going to say that it goes for me Acheron, Tartarus, and Eternus. I just love Eternus. I'm gonna be so devastated if that level doesn't get verified before the nerf date. Because I think it was said that was like if it doesn't get verified by like 2032, it's gonna get nerfed. And I'm like, don't do
Okay,
that.
what's the point? Because we see people like already, even though the level is way out of our possibility, there are so many people that are like dedicated a million plus attempts. Like, why would you ever make a
Yeah,
nerf date to that?
All that's gonna do is create a silent club step, unnerfed silent club step scenario.
Yeah, I know we're not even
But
on the
like,
second question, but I want to point out a level that did the same, like a similar thing to this that I'm so annoyed at. It's when the old like Shinigami, when that was gonna be top one, and then Cherry Team remade it, and then now it's just like eternally going to be like a bloodbath difficulty level.
dude, I am so conflicted on Cherry Team because their stuff is so high quality, and I get so mad when people call it like corporate slop because no, there's passion behind what they make. They care. There's like a whole story behind why Cosmos uses the song it does, and it's like they care. But then at the same time, you get levels like 7 club step where it's like, why? I have this funny story that I haven't told a lot of people, where back when Vernam was still running the Cherry Team Twitter, I DM'd him and I'm like, can you make a 9 circles level? I think a Cherry Team 9 circles level would go so hard. And Vernam's like, I'll think about it. And like a year later, what was it? I
Silent
have to check the NCDL
Circles,
because I
they were
no,
making
no, not
it.
Silent Circles. They actually like released a Circles level and it's terrible. I'm checking the NCDL because I
Cherry
forget the name
Team
of it.
Circles level? Hold on, I have not heard of this.
It's
Unless.
so bad. I'm like really upset because I'm like, yo, you should make a Circles level. Yeah, Sinister Glow.
What
They
is
came out with
Sinister
Sinister Glow.
Glow?
Yeah, and it uses high or not. Oh, sorry, that's the name of the level. It uses Miami Hotline, the song from High, and it's just like shader spam and really bad hitboxes, and like more so than a circles level supposed to. You actually can't see anything. It's it's so bad.
Yeah.
Also, people in the chat are mad at me because they like 7 club step. I'm sorry.
Well, okay, this kind of brings us into a question that I want to ask because I think it kind of
Yeah.
relates to this. So, okay, let me find it here. Okay, but my question is, how much do you think your ranking the Demon List videos opinions could have changed if you had the skill to beat levels on the Demon List?
Oh, significantly. I don't know how much I made this clear, but I remember I was a lot worse at making videos when I did that series. But what I wanted to convey and what I tried to, and I remember trying to reiterate this several times, and people still didn't get it, which fair. But I was only ranking them off deco, and there were several moments where I found a level, and I'm like, this is a 5 out of 10. It's visually boring, but I'm sure that you would like this based off its gameplay. Like I think a big one was think it was Spectrum Cyclone, where I did not like it because I just thought it was really boring visually. And then I like look at Victor's talk about it, and they're all like, "This is some of the most insane gameplay I've ever touched. It's great." And it's like, I wish I could play it. I really
Yeah.
do.
I think that is the general opinion with some like 7 Club Step as well. I'm pretty sure everyone who can't play it like hates it because it just looks it's like so generic. But
My issue with 7 Club Step was the hitboxes. Not even necessarily that they make it bad to play. I'm just really like GD creators really need to learn to be honest with hitboxes. It's really bad game design to just have like a slope and then the hitbox for the slope is like shifted over to make it wider. Don't like just move the deco.
yeah. I was gonna go for it, and honestly, like the gameplay, like was actually pretty fun. But I'll say something. The waves in 7 Club Step are, I would say, a good 5 times harder than any other part in it. There's
I
like
mean,
2 waves.
the part that made me hate it was one of the wave gaps at the end. Uh, because the wave has to clip into the deco.
Is it like the very very end wave?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that
it's
kind of
literally like
blows.
a 1 or 2 click wave thing. It's just like a flow level esque wave burst, and you have to like clip into the decoration. And I just,
Yeah, I hate
oh
that.
man,
It's also not consistent at all, by the way. Like not in the slightest. So yeah, it's just not good. I think the same for. I'm assuming you have like the same opinion for something like Penumbral because that's pretty much a 7 Club Step 2.
Is that the like top 10 that everyone
Yes.
was mad at? Yeah,
Yes.
so Penumbral is really funny because like I had someone come up to me in DMs and be like, "Have you seen Penumbral? It sucks." And I'm like, "No, I have not seen it." And then I looked at it and I'm like, "Yeah, this is lame." I mean, like it looks better than 7 Club Step though. That was all I said. And then you came out with your video and I was watching it and you're like, I don't get why this is controversial because 7 Club Step is so much worse. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah. I mean, I think my favorite thing is a lot of people. My favorite quote is people say that Penumbra looks like it was just covered in Vaseline.
It's just like if you made a Geometris level into like a mannequin.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Penumbra. I don't know. I think it like it looks fine. It plays good. Like it's nothing amazing. Like it's not like the best thing ever. But I don't see why people would hate it so
It
much because
looks
like it
like
doesn't.
okay, so the best way I can explain how I feel about how it looks is you remember the Xbox 360 version of Minecraft and how it had those like built-in texture packs? It
Yeah.
makes me think of the plastic texture pack where it just smoothed everything out and made
Yeah.
it like yeah.
Well, I mean that's I think my least favorite cherry team level on since we're talking about cherry team is probably Trotto. I'm assuming you've seen hopefully
Yeah,
seen Trotto.
my review of Troddle made people so mad, but like I was so hyped because I found out that Cherry Team made an ice themed level, and I've been on this warpath of like, please give us a really unique and good ice level that isn't Frozen Cave.
No, it's glass. What are we
And it's
doing?
like it's so empty. It also has the mayhem problem where it uses a shit ton of objects to make a plain background. It's like what are we doing?
My least favorite part is actually the gameplay. Hold on, I want to enlighten you on something here. People in the live stream may know. I was going
Okay,
for Trotto when it was on the list. Okay, I had
it's off
okay.
the list.
It's off the list now. It's recently. That's
Okay,
how crazy the list is. Okay. I want you to guess how many deaths past 60 I had, and keep in mind I didn't beat the level. How many deaths past 60 do you think I had?
13. I don't know.
Okay, 600 plus. Bro,
Jesus.
it's so the gameplay is so atrocious. Like it's actually horrid. I'm never touching Troto again. Maybe I will when I'm like when I can like do it in 2K attempts like Zoink, but no, that level's so bad.
I mean, I've said in several videos what my least favorite cherry team level is. It's Cherry Blossom.
Is that the really easy one? That was like
It's
made
easy demon, and it was like, oh
made
look, Cherry Team is gonna make an easy demon, and that had me so hyped because I really want to see like high scale like mind cap style collabs, but for easy accessible things. Because I don't know, I just feel like extremes are the difficulty range that get like all the cool collabs, and it's just like,
yeah.
man, why don't we get like something on the level of Orbit, but it's like a medium demon that can
Yeah.
clearly get like attention and work because if levels like Skeletal Shenanigans and I Spy with My Little Eye can get so much attention, some kind of Cherry Team collab or Mindcap collab in that range could be really cool. And so I'm like really hyped because it's like, yes, Cherry Team's making an easy demon.
Oh, they made
And
it a
then I
day,
look
didn't
into it.
they?
No, yeah, it's like they made a challenge where they were supposed to make it in less than 24 hours and it plays exactly like you would expect that to. It's
Yeah.
it's bad in like every way. And oh man, it's not even just because the level's bad, it's because it's so disappointing to me. Because I don't know, I think Cherry Team has made a couple other easy levels since, but I haven't checked them out. I probably should. Um I probably check because I'm curious now.
Okay, but like genuinely, what is this charity mindset? So they get a bunch of hate for making for because they're making their levels too quick and people like consider them slop. So your idea is to announce that you're making a level in a
Level
day.
in 24
Like,
hours.
bro.
They did make a 6-star called The Pressure. That's interesting. A 9 moon. I didn't know they made a platformer, but
Wait,
they made a
yeah, I
9 moon
played
called Deja
their.
Vu.
Yeah, no, I played that. The gameplay sucks so much. The gameplay's terrible.
Yeah.
And it is literally it just repeats the same part over and over, but different decoration each time. Which I get that's cool because it's deja vu, but it makes for it being so uninteresting to play.
They have a medium demon called Binary Life. It was verified by Vibrant. Frostbite Meadow. Okay, they've got a couple. They've got a couple medium demons, and then I scroll past Dash and Explodes, and that's only 2 levels before Cherry Blossom. Okay,
I
it
will.
literally goes Cherry Blossom, Frostbite Meadow, Binary Life. Uh, oh, I missed this one. They also have Upscope. Okay, so they have a couple easy levels, but it's literally like Penumbral, Dignity, O Techno, Back on Track, Seven Club Steps, Sinister Glow, Waterfall. It's like they have like 1 or 2 medium demons sandwiched between half the upper part of the list.
Yeah, it's kind of. Yeah. I mean, I don't have anything to say. Yeah, it's just not good. I will say with the like ratings when you're talking about how the easy and medium demons can get attention. I think this is more something that's happened in recent years. Does anyone care about insane demons now? I swear there's like no like mega popular insane demons that are releasing anymore.
I don't know. I mean, Cherry Team did have a couple insane demons. I was scrolling through. Or not seven, 7 club steps. An insane
No,
demon. No,
you're just too good at the game. It's
sinister.
insane demon for
You
you.
know,
So.
Sinister Glow. Sinister Glow is an insane demon, but I mean, it's weird. I don't really usually when I hear about popular insane demons, they're solos. Because the last like big insane demon I can think of is Layak. I'm sure there have been some since, but Layak is like the last main one.
Was Crazy
Uh,
Free
Squishy
after?
Man, Squishy Man in chat says Insane Demons is just a filler difficulty to extreme. Yeah, I mean that's even from my perspective. I was just beating Insane Demons with the goal of getting better. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
People skip.
That and some
Sorry
of
to
the worst
interrupt. Oh, go
levels.
on.
No, you're good.
I was sorry. Okay, I was saying sorry to interrupt, but yeah, like I feel like every single time I see someone do an insane demon, like they'll do like one, and then okay, I can do extremes now, and then go to extremes, never touch insane demons again.
Have you ever seen my progression in difficulty? Because it's so funny. Um,
I mean, I know that I know like the hardest levels you've beaten, but I don't think I know the progression to them.
so I beat I don't remember the exact order, but all I gotta tell you is that I beat Sharp Minor, then Stalemate, then Poltergeist, and then Cataclysm. and then afterwards I like cycled back around. I beat a couple other things like Rupture, and then I beat Acu, and I'm like just trying to close that gap now, but it was such a big jump, and I didn't even mean to. Like I wasn't like, "Ooh, I'm gonna jump to Kata." It was more just like I beat Kata, and then I realized I jumped.
Yeah, I mean, my progression was, I think Lights Out was my first extreme, but for some reason I just couldn't do extremes. Like, I just could not do them, so, like, even though the Insane Demons at the time, I think like, I could do an Insane Demon in, like, less than half the attempts it took me to do an extreme. I think I was just mind-blocked with the fact that it was an extreme. But I don't get how people can
I
do jumps, like, at all.
I really don't have that many extremes I want to do. Actually, that's a question later on, I think. So I'll say that later. But all I'll say now is like I don't really care about extremes that much. Insane Demon. On the GDDL, I have my preferred GDDL tier as 1 to 17 because I just think that's more fun. But yeah, I think the whole thing I was gonna say about like what I plan for my final hardest to be, I think that's a question later, so I'll wait
It
on that.
is,
Yeah.
wait, I just realized,
Nothing
okay.
is scary. If you see this, tell Bean to time out Jose.
So what is Jose doing?
I don't know.
It just seems like he's
See
just
yeah, I
saying
just see
random
them saying
stuff.
like 80 challenge the tower, the 66,
I mean,
59
I
hollows.
don't think that's ban worthy. Maybe that's just
Yeah,
being weird.
I mean at worst they're slightly spamming, but it's whatever.
No, if it's like full on spam or just something like rude, then I'll probably time out. But
I do find the idea funny of you just having a chatter that just occasionally names a level like Rupture, Sinister Glow,
triple
Cataclysm,
six.
666.
Yeah, just every 25 minutes with no context.
And then like eventually they just name something super obscure like Formula X.
That would be amazing. It starts like listing random 4 stars from like 2019. Okay. Okay,
Your
right.
brain on drugs.
We need to get onto some of these questions. This is
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay, this is a good one because we were talking about the cherry team level. So,
Yeah.
why are you so interested in 9 circles levels?
Uh, Two reasons really. I just find the wave to be the most fun game mode, and 9 circles levels are the easiest way to find fun wave gameplay. And also because Sonic Wave was one of the first levels I ever saw, so there's that like mental connection. I have a goal of beating every non-extreme circles level at some point. Like it's just something I want to do. It also, helps that I created, and for those of you in chat who don't know about this, I created the the CNCL, or the chronological 9 circles list, which is just me trying to chronologically archive and rank every 9 circles level I can find, including like unrated ones.
Yeah.
Uh yeah, it's a big hyperfixation, and I think it's literally just the fact that I find them fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird for me because I feel like 9 circles levels are either the most abysmal thing ever or like some of the best gameplay ever with no in between. I
Oh no,
hate
that's just
Fear
straight
Me.
up true.
I
That's
hate
just
Fear
straight up
Me.
true. A bunch of them are horrible. Like if I mean, Fear Me is like god tier compared to how bad you could get. Like you should play like Planet Circles or like Frozen Jawbreaker.
Frozen Jawbreaker was Frozen Jawbreaker.
Dude, Frozen Jawbreaker is so funny because the LDM just straight up changes the gameplay.
Bro. What? Who comes up with that idea? Like, okay, I'm gonna like make the LD. Like, why? Why would you ever do that?
I mean, 9 circles levels just have so much history. It's
Yeah.
insane. There's a deleted rated level that Riot beat called Jawbreaker V2. That is a formerly rated level.
Bro, amazing. Well, actually, I find it funny because since we're doing this interview, my favorite level gameplay wise is a 9 circles level, and I wouldn't have found it if it wasn't for you because it's Sparkling Hope because of that one video you made.
You know what
Talking
the
about
worst thing is? I've turned on Sparkling Hope. I don't like it anymore.
what? Bro, I
Yeah,
loved it. I rebeat it like 10 times after I beat it because I just enjoyed it so much.
the pre-drop to me got so boring because the click pattern is just dot 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 dot. It's like,
Uh,
oh my god.
I guess
And you
fair
have that like
enough.
ship at the beginning, but it's I still can see how people like it. I think the idea of like a flow style gameplay, but you're only the wave is like really fascinating.
I mean, I don't know if I can think of a I mean, I guess I also like for 9 circles levels Terraphobia, which is an insane demon. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah,
Like,
I want to beat Terraphobia. It's really cool.
yeah, but I feel I don't
I
know.
uh I think I'm trying to think. I mean, my favorite 9 circles level is something I haven't settled on because there's so many that I know of. I people have honestly noticed how obsessed I am. I heavily stand Bullseye by Novel Boy. It's like an old unrated 1.9 circles level. And it's like there's nothing special about it, but it's just fun. And for some reason that's the level where I'm like, fossil rate this, please. It
Uh,
would be so cool.
I can just never connect Noble Boy to fun gameplay. Like I've played levels from him that are fun. Like I do like his levels, but just like the first thing that I always think of when I think of Noble Boy and creating is Astral Divinity, and that gameplay is nah.
I I mean the Furious is so bad.
Really? I like the
Yeah,
Furious.
it's the angriest I've gotten at a level, I think. Not counting like anger in reviews, because the angriest I've gotten in a video, I think, was my old review of like Silent Circle Zeinwire. Um, that was, I mean, like I obviously it was kind of played up a little bit, but I remember like I was genuinely mad at what Zanny did to the end screen because he turned it into a Fortnite meme.
What?
Yeah, like and like the level, I don't know if you know the story, like the controversy behind it, but it's one of those controversies I can't help but find stupid, because what happened was Dolphy was originally verifying it, and I mean nowadays it's like, okay, fuck Dolphy, but um basically Dolphy was verifying it, and he was taking like way too long to verify it, and it was like in a top 1 state back then. And it was taking too long to verify it. So the creator took the level from Dolphy and gave it to Zanny, only to then let Zanny nerf the level. And so it released like 30 spots on the demon list easier. And all I could think is, okay, why not just let Dolphy nerf it?
Yeah. It's weird because
So
Zanny had
weird.
like the same exact, well, not same exact, but it was like a similar drama with Very Rusty Pipeline. Like they just gave, like creators gave Zanny that to be and just stole it from Lord Vadercraft. Like, for some
Yeah, it's
reason,
so weird.
Zanny can't help with taking levels and making them come out in like such a worse state.
And then like Silent Circle Zeinwire, after it got verified in like the super nerfed state, no one liked it, and Diamond was like, "All right, well here I'll create a version, and it's harder than both Zanny and Dolphy's version combined. And I'll verify that." And then he just like never posted about it again. No statement, nothing. He just stopped. It's like, okay, I guess it's dead now.
And
And I
that,
think it even got deleted off the servers.
ooh. And that is why the current Silent Circles that's getting verified is by a mile the best one. And I hope that
Yeah,
no one disagrees with that. But
it's
wasn't
just
there
so
also a
odd.
cherry team? I mentioned it before. There was like a cherry team Silent Circles level. I'm glad that didn't come out.
You know what I wonder what happened to was Cherry Team's redeco of Tidal
Tidal Wave. Yeah,
Wave.
I was literally gonna say, you know, there probably also is a world that we saw that level get finished and verified.
I almost wonder if they're just gonna like shadow drop it and it's gonna be like not list worthy, super easy.
I mean, maybe. Okay, I mean, I want to get to some of the tidal wave questions that we have because there's a couple. But I want to mention one last thing. I am
Yeah.
so annoyed that Only Link made, is it low tide or whatever, and it was gonna be it's gonna be this accessible version of tidal wave, which I love when levels are like super hard and another version is made that's like more accessible for people, and then
Yeah.
it just didn't get decorated. Like just released it as like a layout.
Weird.
Why? Like why? And
I didn't
why?
even know it got released at all.
Yeah, it did go because people like are playing it and like it was like only like acted like, oh yeah, I'm finished with it. Here it is. I'm happy with it, and it's just the layout.
Probably because they're focusing on Tsunami, which is apparently supposed to be another top 1, and it's just
Yeah.
Tidal Wave again.
You know what? Let's get to that viewer question. Do
Yeah.
you like Tsunami?
Ah. Okay, so forgive me for answering this by not answering this, but this is like something I will say because a lot of people don't know I have this rule. I refuse to review levels until they are finished and verified. It is a rule that I have, and so my best answer is I haven't decided because it's not done. I remember when Grief was being decorated and it was just starting to get teased. So many people were quick to label it as like a generic red hell level, and it's just slaughterhouse again and it's really bad. And then out of nowhere they drop Grenade of Tacos as part, and that's when everyone's like, holy fuck. I'm like, yeah, because it wasn't done.
I believe Tsunami's nearly finished. Now. I think it's like 95% finished.
I'll tell you what, I'll take a look at it really quick. Let's see.
My gripe is the song.
Tsunami Tidal Wave sequel, latest version, Nexus GD.
You
All
want to
right, let's
screen
see.
share it so that everyone else can see Tsunami?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
glory.
yeah. Alright, let's see. Is my screen share working? Oh, I don't
Yes.
know if the audio is gonna work. Hopefully it
Yeah, this doesn't
does.
even need to be on, but like, yeah. I hate the song. It's literally just Tidal Wave again, but different part.
Okay, I mean, I'll say this. One of my biggest issues with Tidal Wave is already solved so far, and that's the block design's actually fucking finished and filled in. There is, like, proper block design, which I like. We'll keep going. Holy shit, the background changes!
Yep. I think it's definitely a step up. I just have like a couple
Yeah, I mean,
frames.
yeah, this isn't that bad. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna hold off on saying anything until it's finished. Yeah, like,
Yeah,
that's obviously not what it's gonna look like, but yeah, I mean, so far, this is looking pretty good. I wonder if OniLink is gonna do what I said you should do in the review and actually, like, have stuff happen in the background and animate and stuff. Definitely relying on particles a bit, but I see some stuff in the water. It looks like the background is actually being properly decorated, which is nice.
this part's cool.
Good use of shaders, too. Yeah, I like this. I like this. This is really good so far.
I think it's fine.
Like, I remember in the Tidal Wave review, I even said, like, it's obviously OniLink's first level, and while I'm being very harsh on it, OniLink has released levels since, and I think I said, like, Monogatari and Volcanic Gleam were, like, good examples of OniLink can make good levels, right? And then, what was it? Trying to remember the name of it. It got rated recently, but when it was unrated, it was Gale Force. When it was unrated, I put Gale Force in my levels that should be rated series, and then it got rated. Not that I'm taking credit for it. It probably just got rated unrelated, but I'm just happy because Gale Force is like really good.
Well, since we're still on the OniLink thing, we'll answer the other Tidal Wave question that people had. So why do you dislike Tidal Wave so much?
Because it's repetitive, boring, and looks like an unfinished level. I get why people like Tidal Wave and get so mad when I criticize it and I'm like really mean to it. But I mean, I even said in the video, I do still appreciate Tidal Wave for the simple reason of it's a top one that people like playing. And that's good. And I mean, hey, that question you asked way earlier about like are there levels in ranking the demon list that would be better if I could play them?
Yeah.
Tidal Wave is one of them. Like, if I could play Tidal Wave, I'm sure that I would like it off of gameplay alone. But I just think it's super fucking like it looks awful. It uses and I think this was one of the biggest points in my video. It uses the same background without changing it at all, aside of like two hue shifts, for like 60% of the level. And it legitimately just gives me sensory deprivation. It's so bad.
Like, my way
Um,
of putting it is that, I mean, I have a similar thing where I think the theming for a top one is so refreshing and I love it, and I think the gameplay is really fun. But the decoration, the way I put it is that OD newer levels look messy but finished. Tidal Wave looks messy and unfinished.
yeah. That is the word I would just that like I can summarize everything by just saying it looks unfinished. Uh, yeah, I mean it just feels like, and this is the thing, like I can speak. Ripping on Tidal Wave and like criticizing it honestly just feels like beating a dead horse, and it feels mean because I don't think OniLink expected to get as much attention because like OniLink, that was their first level, and out of nowhere they have like the GD Awards live chat just being spammed with rate
Yeah.
Tidal Wave, rate Tidal Wave, rate Tidal Wave,
And
and I
keep
was
in
like,
mind that like it was originally not even gonna be top one. It was only top one because of Zoink. It was supposed to be like top 15.
I did hear about that.
Yeah, I only know
Yeah,
about it because I was literally playing it when it was announced as an open verification top 15 for fun. Like, I didn't want to beat it, but
yeah.
like for fun. And then Zoink got a hold of it, and then now it's top one.
Yeah, I think Tidal Wave is really good if you look at it as what it was meant to be. just a random thing that OniLink made as a first level, because everybody's first level is bad. Like, genuinely. I don't not like that's just normal. You make your first level, it's not great, but you improve and you start making good levels.
Yep.
Like, you have to make mistakes in order to learn from them as an artist and as a creator. And I just, again, I feel really icky shitting on Tidal Wave because I don't think it's fair that Tidal Wave got the attention it got and got scrutinized the way that it did, because it's just, I wouldn't have made the Tidal Wave video if it wasn't like the level, and I felt like I really wanted to talk about it just because I was so angry that that was the level that it was like getting list or not list mods, it was getting leaderboard mods harassed, you know what I mean? Like, I've heard stories of GD moderators getting death threats because they wanted Tidal Wave rated. It's like, bro, it's not that good of a level.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, if only OniLink could also improve on his Twitter posts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is another thing though. OniLink doesn't really help his case because I remember OniLink was kind of and again, no disrespect to OniLink, I think he's cool, but I do remember OniLink fanning the flames and being like really like, why the fuck isn't this rated on Twitter? You know?
Yeah. I
And
mean,
obviously it's not like he could have foreseen it. It's just I remember it didn't help. Um
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so let's see what question we can ask now. Do you want one from me or the viewers?
I don't care, it's fine.
Okay,
I'm
you
I'm
know what?
having fun.
Okay, we'll go with a viewer one here. Okay, this is one since we're not on a topic right now. This is a good one because it's not GD related. Will you ever switch away from Linux?
No. I mean I occasionally, like, I dual boot and I use Windows for very specific things, but like Windows has done so many things that are like so awful. Even if you just ignore the Linux is good thing, which I just love Linux Mint, it's great. If you ignore just like the Linux good part of it, Windows has gotten so bad. I I know it's kind of like a meme to be like Linux users installing an internet browser or whatever, but it's not that hard. And I always retort with Windows users trying to uninstall Windows Media Player. It's so bad, and it's like I just I have so many bad memories of using Windows and just like it just decides that like a certain thing I like, I don't know. I don't know. It just decides to delete shit on me, update when I don't want it to. I had a moment with Windows, and this was one of the big moments where it was like a breaking point for me, where Windows decided to update without asking me, and then that update failed, and I lost this video is out. It's not the one that people are waiting on, but I lost Iceberg Part 2, and I had to completely restart it because Windows just decided to completely screw me over. So yeah, I use Linux because, like, here's the thing, and this is what I've always said to people. The best thing about Linux is that it does exactly what you tell it to. The worst thing about Linux is that it does exactly what you tell it to. Um because like if you don't know what you're doing and you get like tricked into like, oh, sudo rmrf, you just lost your entire computer. you know. So yeah, I mean,
I know nothing about computers, so I can't comment on any of this. But I knew
yeah,
you
fair
switched
enough.
to Linux, so I need to ask it.
Nerdy tech stuff.
Well, okay. So since we're not in GD, we'll do the other one. We mentioned this before streaming, so I added it. Are you a
All right.
femboy?
I saw someone ask that.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, he's pondering,
well,
guys. Hold on.
I am pondering. Uh, I mean, I'm not straight. I guess that's the closest I can do to answering that. I am definitely not straight.
So you're on your journey, but not
I'm on
quite
my
there yet.
journey. I am currently working on losing weight. I'm sure there are some people on that community post that are like freaking out right now, like, "Holy shit, he mentioned his weight loss." Yeah, I'm working on losing weight. So I guess the next step is to just drink a shit ton of Monster Energy, and we'll be there.
Yep, pretty much. That puts you 80% of the way there, I would say. Yeah, how is that weight loss journey going?
So it's going all right. The tricky thing is I'm losing weight, but I'm not losing it fast. I think I have a low metabolism, and I'm gonna have to talk to a doctor about it because I am eating significantly less. Like I'm talking like 2 meals a day, and I'm like super healthy about what I eat. And it's like, oh, okay, I'll lose like 2 pounds in a month. It's really weird, and what doesn't help is I don't like people honestly ask why don't you just exercise, why don't you just do that, and it's like I live in the middle of fucking nowhere. There is nowhere to go to exercise. The most exercise I get, and I do this a lot because it works, but the most I can do to exercise is just play a shit ton of Beat Saber.
Bro, that's
um
such a real way.
yeah, so it's like I'm it's gonna take some help, I think. But it's going well aside of that. I mean, like even if it's slow, the fact I'm consistently losing weight is nice. Um, I do have this really funny mental image because a lot of people have like really over exaggerated how much I weigh, and there are still some people that are acting like I'm super overweight. I'm choosing not to, and this doesn't really give it away because there are people like these same people aren't going to give a shit. But I have this like joke that I'm building up where I'm going to just never show what I look like until I completely lose weight. And I'm gonna wait like a really long time. And I'm gonna wait for some guy to insult me using my weight, and I'm just gonna reply with an image of me being like really skinny.
Let's go. That'd be so
Yeah.
good. I mean, at least you're not in a situation like Vernosis, where his entire brand's gone if he does continue his workout.
Yeah.
Bro,
But no, I'm genuinely not that overweight either because like I weigh like 360, I believe, but I'm also, and this is the thing people don't take into account, I'm 6'2". You know what I mean? Like I'm really tall. Um I don't are you in the US? I don't know
no,
if you
I
use.
am not.
No,
But
okay, so let me
I mean, I
six
know,
foot
like, oh no, I use
two.
feet. I use feet. I'm so
Oh,
weird.
you do.
Even though
Well, I'm
I'm
gonna
not
do
from
this.
the
I'm gonna do this
US.
for other people in the chat. I am I guess 74 inches according to Google.
I figure.
That's how tall I
Oh
am.
yeah. Yeah. That's a. I have a
Yeah.
friend who has like the exact same issue with people, but he's 6'3", which is
Yeah.
even more. But
I think like if I can get myself down to like I don't know, like 320 pounds or maybe even like 290, 280, I'll be happy.
yeah, I have the complete opposite problem. I just can't gain no matter what. And
The other weird thing is that there was a brief period of time where I was like visibly losing. I still am obviously, but I was like visibly losing weight. Like I was getting smaller, but I was still gaining weight on the scale. You know what I mean? Like how much I weigh was going up, but how much I physically look was going down. And I think it's actually just because I'm building muscle.
yeah, I was gonna say that will just be muscle.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. We'll move back to GD related stuff now.
Yeah.
So we'll just start with this one. What video are you most proud of?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I mean, the one I recently posted about skeletal extremisms is so good. I it was such a passion project. I was so like in on using the Art is Dead by Bo Burnham. I just accepted that video getting completely copyright claimed. Like I'm not making a cent off of it. I don't care because it's just such a powerful intro. It's long, and I was worried that that would be divisive, but I don't care. I'm so happy with that video. There's also a personal favorite of mine is every Nine Circles top one, where I go through the history of Nine Circles top ones, inspired by Stormfly, you know, with his every GD top one. And the GD10 video. The GD10 someone in the chat says Waboo-boos.
Boo-boos. No,
I'm
no.
so happy that caught
Yeah,
on.
me and my friend group, we genuinely call them Waboo-boos now. Like, we literally, that's just what we call them.
Yeah, Waboo-boo NFTs.
Yeah. I want to bring up a point with those plushes. Well, I call them plushes mostly now,
Yeah.
because I find that so funny. But like, could they at least look good? Like, I feel like if you're gonna make plushes into a GD like level and spend this much, can they at least look good? I don't think they look good. Maybe that's a hot take, but
My thing is, I was legitimately thinking about buying one and reviewing it for the video,
the
which would have delayed
website.
it by like a week or so. I was going to buy one, like straight up, and like I knew the plushie wasn't gonna be good, right? Like it was gonna be badly made. It wasn't like I'm for $40. I guarantee you they're gonna be like those cheap bootleg Five Nights at Freddy's plushies. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if you're like obsessed with plushies. I am. I like collect them because they're cool. Um, and like my idea was I was gonna light the plushie on fire, and that was gonna be the like the video's end card. That's what I originally wanted to do, and I was so devastated when I realized that the website was shit. Um, when I said in the video that I could talk about the level for like another 2 hours, I wasn't joking. Like, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
the website itself has like AI generated art. That is not confirmed, and so I can't like confidently make that accusation, and that's why I didn't in the video. But I think the art is AI generated because if you look at the like the art of Skeletal Extremigans that's behind the like plushy gambling screen, there's just weird things all over it that don't look like they look like mistakes a human wouldn't make, you know?
Yeah. So wait,
Uh
if you think the Skeletal Extremigans is a 0 out of 10, and the website for the level even blows, then would that make it the first negative review? Like, not even 0. It's just negative something
it,
out of 10.
I mean it could be. You know what I find really funny, and I also didn't mention this, I'm on the website right now, right? And I noticed at the top it says free shipping for 99.99. Like what? You have to
Just
pay
$100.
$100 to get free shipping?
That's
Oh
like
yeah,
3
also
plushes. Oh yeah, I've seen that whole B
this
drama.
guy, I was about to say this guy, didn't he cause like a ton of controversy that I wasn't even aware of? Because I heard that I think it was Motley Orc was
Yes.
pissed.
Yes,
And,
he
and,
very
and
much
like
was.
playing devil's advocate to both sides, because I did genuinely try to be fair to Skeletal Extremigans, and I still will. I don't think this is meant to be a reference to B by Motley Orc. I at the same time though, can you blame them for thinking that? Because Geometry Dash and bees, that connection isn't really common.
Yep, and like, I was gonna say, like, isn't there like nothing B related in the level? Like, it's all just Skeletal Extreme stuff on the website. But
It's so weird.
there's just randomly this here. Like, why is that here?
And when I say that I think the website is AI generated, I mean like look at like there's so much weird shit. Can I open this in another tab? Yeah, I can. I remember being able to do that. Like you look at this and like look at this creeper. He's like so skinny and weird. And one of the things that fucked me up was if you look where is it? Yeah, if you look over at the skulls, like they have like these weird things. Like look at this skull over here, how it's like mouth is just two more eye holes and all that.
Well, I think
There's
that
just
no,
weird.
I think that's more just how some like skeletons look, but it's just drawn poorly. I don't, I personally, I don't think this is AI because I can tell it kind of just looks
I
like
mean,
an
yeah,
art
maybe
style of
I'm wrong, but
arrows.
the UFO even looks so weird, like the way everything's spaced out. Like, yeah, I'm probably bordering on conspiracy theory here, and I won't deny. Like, again, there's a reason I didn't make this accusation in the video, but I personally am convinced that this is just straight up AI because it just like it looks so odd. I don't know.
Yeah, well, there's the
Although I
there's the
will,
plushes.
you it, people in chat might actually like this though. I can give a positive thing about Skeletal Extravagance. Like there is a legitimately nice thing I can say about the level real quick. I feel like if the level did not pull from Skeletal Extravagance and it was like its own IP, its own level, its own thing, and it just like everything in it was unique and it was just an 8 minute new level, I feel like it would actually have been okay because the decorators are talented and every single flaw with the level can be boiled down to this is not as good as Skeletal's shenanigans. You know what I mean? Like it goes really extreme in that direction and it does get really bad, but a lot of it is like, okay, so you're just making a worse version of Skeletal Extravagance and trying to like monetize and capitalize on that without the creator's permission.
I mean, my take on it is, okay, if we take away the monetary stuff and just straight up look at the level, I think it's weird because there's some parts that are like genuinely good. Like I think for the bit with the raft going in the water up until the rainbowish
So I
RGB
love
part
that raft.
is really good. Like I pointed it out in my original video, I'm pretty sure. However, my
Yeah, the
problem
40s.
is the way that they made the level is I'm just kind of annoyed because Skeletal Shenanigans is a level that's a complete story, right? You go in, you have to try and get the gem, you steal it from the skeletons, and you escape out, and you've escaped with the gem. Now, if they extended that idea, I believe you kind of touched on this and like added more
Yeah.
depth to it, right? I would be completely fine. You're improving on the original's like idea, but it's just the actual way they went about it is just like unnecessarily extending a level that's already complete. Like I
I saw
feel
someone put it in a really elegant way. They said that they were trying to turn Skeletal Shenanigans into the Marvel Cinematic Universe where they just have like all the
no,
skeletons are
that's
here,
so
you know?
true. I mean, they collected
Like,
like the Infinity Gems there.
yeah, like
Like the
what are
Chaos
they
Emeralds away.
it's just so weird because I could like and I said this in the video, but I could legitimately see a Skeletal Extravagance review or not review. What the? My brain's scattered. I could see a Skeletal Extravagance extension working. I actually didn't mention this in the video because I didn't think about this until someone pointed it out to me because I'm still discovering things that are wrong with it. But the actual Slash Inferno, I think you might have pointed this out in your video. Slash Inferno is already a 5 minute song. And the best part of the song is not used in the level. So, like, why make a new extension? If it was 5 minutes instead of 8 minutes and it used the full original
Yeah.
song, that's a step in the right direction.
To
Although that does
go
remind me.
like to bounce off of that idea of it being the cinematic universe, that's what the song feels like. It just feels like an
Yeah,
epic version. It doesn't feel like an original like extension.
you know, I got a comment on the Skeletal Extravagance video, and it's the funniest thing I've heard like all decade. Someone pointed out that they might have made it 8 minutes long so that they could get mid-roll
Revenue.
ads on
Yep, I
YouTube.
thought that. That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought.
That's so funny.
Because I mean, why would else would it be 8 minutes exactly?
It's such an
Right?
arbitrary number.
Mm-hmm.
Like 8 minutes. It's like I understand if it's like okay, the longest medium demon is 7 minutes. We got to just barely break that record, but there's nothing like that, you know.
He doesn't advertise that as a point anywhere, so like it's not like I
Yeah,
don't know. Let's move on from this because
yeah.
right. Okay,
Like I said in the video, I could
yeah.
go on about for like another 2 hours.
Yep, and I will say this interview is I'm like very much confident it's gonna be the longest one. I'm so
Yep.
confident on this. Okay, anyway, this is what I expected, but because I feel like At least with my old content, not the one I made before. The ones I made on my old channel, I feel like it's very similar to yours, so it just
Yeah.
naturally there's gonna be more
What if
talking
there was
points.
ads in the level? There's a QR code at like 50% that links you to the
Halfway
plushie, so
for
there absolutely is.
literally he goes on, "Oh guys, don't worry. There's no advertisement at the end. That's just for the video." But okay, let's not talk about the giant QR code halfway in the level. Like it's trying to damage control it. Okay. Well, anyways, okay, let's see. So since we talked about probably your least favorite level there, a viewer question is, what is your favorite level?
Okay, I did see this one on the community post. It's a tie between two levels, because I just can't decide which I like more. It is either Reanimation by Terran or Space Locked by Laser Blitz. I just I remember seeing them in 2.0, thinking they were like some of the coolest levels in the game, and now like years later I'm good enough to beat demons. I beat them and they're some of the most fun levels I've completed. And like they're really good reimaginings of the original ideas too, because like reanimation is like, what if we turn Death Moon into a boss fight level, and so you have like this like demon who's like slamming into the ground and like throwing bricks at you and shit, and that's like so cool. And then Space Locked is like a similar thing, but like, what if Deadlocked was in space and you fought like a giant space monster or alien spaceship thing? And it's like so cool. I love it.
I mean, I think reanimation's kind of funny, but my only gripe with it is why is there like a cutscene that lasts like half the level? I swear, when I was
Yeah,
playing
I
it.
don't like that either. That might be why Space Locked might take the edge over Reanimation because of that, because Space Locked is just constant like high octane gameplay, and I love that. I'm a sucker for levels that have like really good song rep. So like levels that perfectly match the song and like theme around it well, and like the climax of the song is the hardest part of the gameplay and that kind of stuff. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Reanimation uses an epic song, but that epic song is original. Certain level we just
Yeah.
talked about. Okay, okay, I need to move on from the Skeletal Extravagance. Like you said, you have like 2 hours of stuff to say about it. I
It's
also
so
probably have
hard
two
not
hours
to
of stuff.
get. It's so hard not to shit on it.
I mean, I think okay. Here's my thing with it is like I think that Wabu's original idea. I think he had it in good faith at the start, but like it's so like I don't see how
We need to run billboard
115K.
ads in
Like
Japan.
yeah, like no you don't. Like I'm just Billboard.
Like, what the
Yeah.
I'm just imagining like some guy in Tokyo like driving by like the famous city with all the like TVs on
Yeah.
the buildings, right? And there's just like a giant like television in the middle of the like district, and it just has like skeletal shenanigans. Buy the
No,
plushie
but that's what
now.
I imagine it is because I don't know if this is true. I saw a post somewhere, but I believe it was like 15,000 of the budget was on the actual like people making the level and whatever, and the other 100,000 was for the production of the plushes and advertising. So like the
Yeah.
most of the chunk was going into that. So I just imagined some random like middle-aged guy in China or whatever just seeing a giant billboard for skeletal shenanigans. So oh my, and
Oh
then
God.
like you pointed out in your video, I was so happy you pointed this out because I don't think I covered it in my video, but like I had a big gripe with it. The flipping, let's eat the moon in the original, but oh no, you're being shot up to the moon in the level, like but it doesn't exist.
We are
How?
going to steal the moon. Oh no, we got to return it. Oops.
No.
It's going back into its original size. We got to put it back into space.
And the boss. Okay, I want to bring up the blue like boss fight at the end. I think that it genuinely does. Like whoever made that part, it's clear they're a talented creator, and they put effort into it. I think that on a general census, it looks good. And while the animations are worst, I think they're way like a big downgrade from Skeletal Shenanigans. But that's because Skeletal Shenanigans is like the pinnacle of animation. Like of course it's
Well,
not
the
gonna reach it. I think they're fine. But my thing is that design of the blue guy at the end is like the textbook definition of what I imagine. If you put in like a chat GPT prompt of generate me an image of a blue ice skeleton.
yeah, And then also, like, this is a big thing too. In the original video, I had a tangent where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna shit on the deco. It's not because the decorators are untalented, it's because it had bad what was the word? Bad hosting. Yeah, bad hosting. The reason I went on that tangent is because, like, I don't know if you know, but some of the decorators that Wabu got have parts and levels like Ida Carnus.
What? But that's like the best looking thing ever, bro. How did?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, well, I don't
What the?
understand why, like, it has to be bad hosting. It has to be Wabu because you don't have creators that work on Ida Carnus make Mr. Blue Balls,
I
you
mean,
know?
Ida Carnus, Mr. Okay, okay. When you put it like that, yeah. But I feel like Ida Carnus is such a different style to Skeletal Extreme because like that level is I have not seen anything like what it does. Like, I am
Yeah, fair. I
shocked
mean, I've
when.
been planning a review on it and I have to put it off because I'm talking about, like, philosophical interpretations of the concept of hell. So that review is going to take a while for me to even wrap
Yeah.
my head around what to say.
No, unironically, it should be your next one because you go from talking about Mr. Oak to something like Ida Carnus. Like, are those names real? Like, I've saw posts of like the 6 names. So these are the official names of the skeletons, and it's like, oh my god.
We should probably move on from
Yeah,
skeletal
no,
extreme
we
and get
should,
into
we should. Let me find another question.
yeah, let's do another
Okay,
question.
well, here's one. Is there anything that you actually find scary?
Yes. The name was kind of just like I'll say what I find to be scary in a second, but the name is kind of a meme at this point because the name just kind of came from a mixture of me being like a edgy 16-year-old just now realizing that internet horror is kind of cheesy. So I was just kind of walking down the road and I said that to myself, and this insane desire to have a screen name that nobody else used. And to be fair, I think when you don't look into what it means, it's not that cheesy, and Nothing is Scary is like a really cool sounding name, but it's also like really edgy because it's like no, things are scary. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
The other
that.
thing too is like a lot of it was because I was like really into creepypasta. I always have been, but I remember finding that creepypastas were just like not scary to me anymore. And that's like the thing I was thinking about when I was like, that sounds cool. Does anyone name themselves that? Um, but it's kind of funny because I've been watching a podcast lately called Creepcast. It's Wendigoon and Meat Canyon, and it's just them talking about creepypastas. And one of the first episodes was on a story called Baraska, and it like reinvigorated that feeling of like creepypastas actually being kind of scary. So I'm like, oh, okay. Cool. My name literally does not make sense now.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Um,
like, the original creepypastas, like, they're scary until you actually read them.
Yeah, like Squidward's self-exit game, and it's like you have to take the concept of him like depressed crying seriously, but you're also picturing Squidward going like
Yeah. Bro, I love creepypastas. But, okay, I will say, your name is actually kind of peak because it's like a top tier name, S tier name to bounce off of for like second channel names or third channel names.
that, and also I can make a lot of jokes about it in videos because I had like I don't even remember. I make a lot of jokes about like, oh man, I know my name's Nothing is Scary, but this is kind of scary. And the thing is, uh, okay, so I'm actually going to combine this with another question I saw on the community post, if that's okay.
Yeah.
But I did see another question that was like, is there anything that other people don't find scary that you find scary? Which I think also answers the original question. Minecraft, low key, I think Minecraft is a horrifying game. I love it. I play it all the time, but like there's something really isolating and uncomfortable about like, sitting in your bedroom, not being in a Discord call or anything. You're just by yourself, you're playing Minecraft and you go mining in a cave, you run out of torches and you're just like trying to figure out how to get out of the cave. and like you don't know what's in there. Like there's just such a vibe to
Yeah.
Minecraft. It's such a creepy fucking game.
As a kid,
It
I was
it,
so
it
scared of caves.
yeah,
So
it's weird because the game, like snap of a finger, can switch from the most happy and cheery thing ever to you're in a dark cave and you're alone and you're hearing weird noises. It's like, oh my god. It's so unsettling.
yeah.
I feel like everyone has had that experience at least once where they're like mining an ore and they don't like look behind them, and because creepers don't make footsteps noises or anything. So they're like mining ores and then you're just sitting there and your heart just sinks because you just hear shh,
Yeah.
you know?
I think that
It's like,
that's
ah,
why I was really and still am like really into modded Minecraft, because like Minecraft's a game that like everyone like knows, and like you know so much about it to the point where I feel like at some points it can be as scary because you know like everything, like you know what's gonna happen. So like
I'm
having
booting something up right now
mods,
on that topic.
yeah, go on then.
Oh, no, keep going. I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
saying,
Okay.
yeah, this is gonna take a little bit.
Right. Okay. So yeah. So I was gonna say that having like a bunch of mods that like I don't even like look into beforehand, I feel like it allows for that feeling again that you had at the start of playing Minecraft, where you don't know what could happen, you don't know what anything is. It's all kind
Yeah.
of just this fresh experience, like you literally were dropped into a different world.
Especially when mods like expand the nether or the end. Custom end
Yeah.
biomes can be so horrific.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, that's another thing. Like just some of the mobs in Minecraft, I make my skin crawl. Like the Vexes. Vexes are terrifying.
yeah, I'm so annoyed they
Also,
changed the model. Like it doesn't look scary now. It's just
the one that always fucked me up was cave spiders. Not regular spiders, but just specifically cave spiders because the noise that they make, like the like little pitter patter noise that they make, I don't know.
mine was witches, just because it felt like they would chase you forever. I couldn't
Yeah,
escape a flippin' witch.
people in the chat are just making jokes about my name now. Here's
Yeah.
a little thing that I've been making fun of in private with friends. Is my name Nothing is Scary, as in there is nothing that is scary? Or is my name Nothing is Scary, as in the concept of nothing is scary?
Ooh, I've always thought of it as there's nothing that's you find scary, not
Nah,
the
it is that. It's just a
concept.
funny little thing because I can flip it on its head like that.
Yeah. Scary is scary. Nothing is nothing. Nothing is scary is very scary. Spiders are pretty scary.
My
Okay.
my PC's RAM usage because of what I'm doing right now shot up to like
Wait,
16 gigabytes of RAM used.
okay, well, okay. While you're doing that then, let me see. Okay, here's a good one. This is one from mine. How has the Rebi Arc series been? Oh, sorry. Has the Rebi Arc series been worth it so far?
Yes, it's been very enjoyable because of two things. I've improved a lot at the game because of it, because of the amount of stuff I've been playing, but also the amount of levels that my opinion has updated on. Like this wasn't in this like community poster for this stream, but I saw someone somewhere else comment on one of my things saying like I think it was like a GG boy like MLG joke level, and it was like I really hope that someday you play this level again because it is really good, and I think it's criminal that you gave it such a low enjoyment. And I just responded, well, I'm gonna have to beat it again for the Reedy arc. And that's been like the general vibe, is like I've had so many levels where my opinion has changed. The amount of levels I like now that were zeros before.
Yeah, I mean, I like coming back to, like, I would never reset my stats, but I like just coming back to levels that I did as, like, something really hard, before, with a new, like, skill cap in my skill, and then since the enjoyment, like, the sheer difficulty of it won't play a factor into the enjoyment anymore, you get to judge it for how the level actually is.
Yeah. You mentioned modded Minecraft before, by the way.
Okay,
This has
here we
been my
go, what was
obsession lately.
this?
This is why is my screen share just gray?
Um...
Come on, Discord. Work. Discord. There we go.
This
This
is
is
my
my
obsession
obsession
lately.
lately.
I've
I've
been
been
playing
playing
all
all
the
the
What?
mod
mod
6.
6.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
I've
been
been
playing
playing
These
a lot of
days.
all the mod 6, and I have a crazy fucking base going.
Oh my.
So this is all I've been doing. I'm like, it's getting so crazy that like my farm, I'm generating infinite mystical agriculture resources using pedestals.
You know, I
And
wish
I
I was you because I always like I start up so many modded stuff, but then it never lasts more than a week. Like I always give
I'm
up.
growing infinite diamonds, infinite aldemodium, infinite vibranium, and infinite unobtainium.
Well, you just obtained it, so is it really unobtainium?
Like, this ME system is crazy. Look at all this vibranium I can make. This stuff is rare, and I have, like, this much of it on me.
Do you have like a house, or is this just like your area, just like a straight
This is my house.
wooden? It's just a
It's a little floating
giant.
island in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, it's an island. It just
Yeah, I'm like built it on top of a mountain, and I have I don't even know where I put it, but somewhere around here I have a magnum torch, which is just like a giant torch that prevents mobs from spawning in like a like 64 block radius or something.
damn. I need to get like if I post again on my old channel, I think I should start a Minecraft like a modded series. I want to do it again. It's so interesting.
Yeah.
But
The thing is, a lot of mod packs are super hard to get into and like unintuitive because a lot of them are like, here's like 50 mods. Here's Botania. Here's no explanation on how to use that
yeah.
mod. Good luck.
I mean, I had a series with my friend. We kind of stopped it, but it was like really fun to do for like a week or two. Where we literally just added one mod every stream until it got too much.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good way to do it, since you're like aware of everything, and and it can get to an overwhelming point, but like you know what everything is, but you haven't
Yeah.
experienced it, so it's still that new feeling.
Yeah.
But, anyways, let's move on then.
Yeah.
Okay, here's one because I wanted to ask this question because I know that you've made a couple videos just talking about update like 2.2 as a whole and stuff. So, what would you like to be added in 2.3?
Honestly, even if it's earlier than 2.3, there's only one thing the game needs now, and that's platformer saving. That's the
Yes.
only thing it needs. I'm cool with more stuff beyond that, but the only thing I think the game needs is saving in platformer. It can be left up to the player, like how or if they can save, because I feel like you should be able to make it so some checkpoints save the game and others are just checkpoints, because that could allow you to do like it saves every level, but within the level there's checkpoints, you know? But if my whole ideal, like people making entire games in platformer will ever be realized, we need that. And that's the only thing we really do need.
Yeah. And other than that, I feel like a lot of stuff now is just we don't need updates as much now because Geode is so advanced. Like, I think
Yeah.
people don't really comprehend a lot of the time, like, how big Geode has been. It's definitely, like, the biggest external thing since Mega Hack. Like, it is genuinely crazy. Like, stuff like Versus Mode, right? I mean, we're
Yeah.
getting, was it Champions or whatever?
Yeah,
On that,
GD
so, like,
champion.
that's completely... Like, if you're actually serious about it, you'll have Geode anyways. So, like, that's just completely making that update obsolete. There's just so many stuff, like, Globed is crazy. Like, you saw, I mean, when we had a small update and Geode needed to fix itself, the amount of people that
Someone in the
were
chat said
freaking
someone
out.
in the chat said S key support. I do agree with that. Being able to bind a down button would be kind of nice.
Oh, yeah, isn't
Um,
again on the Geo topic? Isn't there a Geo mod for like custom keybinds as well?
well, no, but that
Is
doesn't
there?
help because
Does
right
it not?
now you can only press AWD left, up, right. And the problem with that is if you're working on making mini games and stuff, you don't have four directions on each player. You have
Oh yeah,
three. And
Why?
so if you're doing something like trying to make like a 3D game, which people have done, so it's not even that ridiculous to say,
Yeah.
make it like a 3D game, you're super restricted because you can't like just move backwards.
That Five Nights at Freddy's game in GD is so mind-blowing to me on that topic.
Yeah,
How is that, like, a thing?
I think the only like beyond adding stuff to the game, the only things the game needs aren't even features. It's like outside of the game things. Like we need a better rate system so that it's not just
Yeah.
Rob rating levels. We just Rob needs help. You know, because I've always said this, and it's rather dark, but it's still a valid point. What if Rob drops dead tomorrow?
Yeah.
Right? Like, what's gonna happen to the game?
I totally agree with that. I thought of that sometimes. Like, I get it's unlikely, but, like, there's nothing set in place for that because he's so, like, stubborn with hiring people.
Yeah.
On that topic, what would you do to improve the rate system?
I honestly just think it sounds really stupid, but I just think rate more levels. I think that the standards. I mean, like you got to do the OSU thing. You got to rate things based off of whether or not they're finished and they're functional. Because there's so much controversy. Like we mentioned it with Tidal Wave earlier, where people like rate Tidal Wave. This level should be rated, and also me with Bullseye by Novel Boy. But like the rate like rating, and I'm not talking about feature or epic or anything, that could honestly
Yeah.
stay the way it is if they wanted to. But the act of rating a level in the first place is supposed to rank its difficulty so that you get a statistical reward for beating the thing. Like I feel like it's weird that the system for rating things difficulty is the same as the system for rewarding creators for doing a good job. I think the rate system as it is works perfectly for quality standards, but quality standards should not be difficulty. You should be able to get ranked stats for anything. And people always say, like, oh, well, what if people make free levels and those get rated? Well, those would be 0-star levels. You wouldn't get anything, right? But I feel like and a system like this can definitely work because if any of you have used the rated layouts mod, that basically does what I'm talking about. But I feel like there's no reason why if you beat like some random level that isn't, rewarding the creator for quality, if you beat like Grains of Sand or Bloody Knuckles or something like that, yeah, the levels suck. And whenever I bring these levels up, they're like, oh man, of course Scary's advocating for the bad levels, but I'm really not. What I'm saying is these are difficult levels, they're hard to beat. And if someone beats something like Bloody Knuckles, which is one of the harder things you can go for in the game, you should gain stars for that. You should have your stats go up. Because like you could have a player that only beats unrated levels, but they're all really difficult things, and they will not go on the leaderboards for it. I also think it's weird that you can get the same amount of stats for beating the Nightmare that you can for beating Thinking Space
I
2.
was
That's
literally
also a
about to
bit
bring up that exact reference
weird.
with those exact two
Because
levels. Like,
I
why?
think the fact that the leaderboards are the way they are, and the fact that we reward star quantity and not difficulty of levels is weird. I
Yeah.
I also feel like you could go too far in the other direction and have a system like Pointer Crates list points where it's like, okay, encourage people to beat everything regardless of if it's good or not and if they want to play it. That's bad too. But I just feel like the server saying that Smithy is the best player is a bit goofy. You know, like yeah, he is the most stat. And you could separate it too. You could have a leaderboard that's for most stars and a leaderboard that's for actual skill, but I feel like it's just a bit weird because I don't know. I think you should get rewarded for beating unrated levels. And the concept of an unrated level shouldn't exist. Um it's really hard to explain, but if you know how Osu's rating system works, Osu is like someone will release a map and then they'll have an automated system where it goes through a bunch of checks to make sure does the level work properly? Is it finished? Are there any like issues with it? And as long as it's a functional and working level, it will get a rank, and the only thing the rank does is give you a leaderboard placement if you beat the song, and it gives it like a competitive leaderboard. And that's the kind of thing the game needs.
Yep. I don't have anything else to add because I believe you have just said my exact like word for word opinion on the rating system right now. Like, that is
Yeah.
just my opinion. So yeah.
And for people that like want the quicker opinion, it basically does just boil down to separate difficulty rating and giving levels a rank from ranking their quality. That's the big thing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, if you rate everything, then there won't be any like problems that we have now with people getting mad at something. Oh, this is rated, but this isn't, because
Yeah,
everything will
because
be rated. The only thing that's different will be what kind of rating it gets.
at that point the only controversy we'll ever have is like this should have gotten mythic. Why is it only legendary? And at that point, it's just like who cares?
What
That's
happened to
fine.
that Rob Top? Oh, I'm only going to rate like 1 or 2 mythics a year.
I found out apparently, I think GD Colden mentioned it in a video, that screenshot was fake.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, I saw that as well, but like that doesn't seem like something that would be fake. That just seems like a normal comment.
My take on it, what I said in I think it was one of the GD 2.2 years in videos was the screenshot could have been faked. Rob could have never said that, but I feel like that's still what you would expect. And I mean, initially when there was a huge wave of them immediately, it made sense because like there was just a bunch of high quality levels from the NCS contest and stuff. I feel like those levels did legitimately deserve it. But now it's kind of become like Mythic is just this is kind of my problem with it. Mythic levels tend to play worse than legendary levels because they care way more about spectacle and like visual quality, but oftentimes it'll sacrifice like hitbox stuff and it'll play badly and like I don't know how to explain it, but a lot of mythics just play like garbage.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna bring this up. I kind of agree with the same point. I think that legendaries and mythics, honestly, when I look at both of them, they look like the same level of quality if you look at them decoration wise. There
Yeah.
isn't really too much difference. I think that what we should have a mythic be, I think the difference should be that a legendary just has like good visuals, but like a mythic just does everything right. Like, it's the best rating, so it's the perfect level. It does really good decoration, but it's also enjoyable gameplay, which I think is a
What I
problem.
thought Mythic was going to be, and why I'm so upset with it, is I thought Mythic was going to be celebrating influential levels. So I thought Mythic was going to be given to stuff like Nine Circles and Limbo and Death Moon, and you know what I mean? Like, that's what I thought it was going to be. Like, the important levels, the levels that
Yeah.
change the creating scene. Like, these are the like mythical geometry ash levels, right? Like Bloodbath would have probably gotten mythic. It's just like stuff like that. Like with what I'm naming, it paints a
Yeah.
picture in your head.
Like, personally,
Instead we get
okay, go
like
on. Sorry.
yeah, instead we get like Boss Rush 2 mythic. I love Boss Rush 2, but is that really gonna like change the creating community forever? You know? Like
Yeah.
the best level in the game? I don't know.
I mean, it's probably my favorite platformer right now for my play, but I haven't
Oh,
played too
I
many
mean, yeah. Don't
platformers.
take it that way. Like what I'm saying is nothing to. That's kind of what pisses me off about Mythic is when you talk about this stuff, it almost sounds like you're saying the level doesn't deserve Mythic. It's not, good. But that's not what I'm saying. I'm more saying Mythic shouldn't be about how good the level is. It should be like how important the level is. How like
Yeah.
groundbreaking it is. I think every Mythic. This has always been my baseline, and this has definitely not been the case, but I think every mythic should be something that we have never seen before.
Well, okay, my take on that is, I mean, I like agree to an extent. Like, I think that, wow, I don't know if it should be just based on importance that gets mythic, but I think that one thing that I do like believe in is that I get you're trying to preserve the rating, but I don't get why levels that if we had mythic ratings in 1.9 would have gotten mythic don't get mythic today. Like, Nine Circles for its time, like you mentioned, that would have
Yeah,
been mythic if we had ratings like at that time. That
yeah.
was such a revolutionary level, kicked off such a trend, but even before it even kicked off the trend, not like you said, it was like nothing
Money
like it. It
Game
was so
Holiday.
original. Yeah, like that. Those for the time, absolutely amazing. But then when we look at them now, they're just like featured or rated. Like, is I don't know.
The other tricky thing about Mythic too, and this is also a problem the Gauntlets have, but A big problem with Mythic is that there's recency bias that will crop up. So you'll have a level that's like, man, this is one of the best levels in the game, and then you look back at it in like 5 years and it's like, ooh, this did not age well. You
Yeah.
know, like someone like imagine Tidal Wave got Mythic. That's a really far fetched example, but like imagine Tidal Wave got Mythic because the community, like I've seen people give that take. Everyone loves Tidal Wave, and so like, oh, let's give Tidal Wave. We'll even lower it a bit to be less outrageous. Let's give Tidal Wave an epic rate, right? Give Tidal Wave epic, and then like 4 years from now, finally everyone goes, okay, maybe this deco isn't that great, and that kind of stuff happens because I mean, look at how everyone was with like a lot of like with Kinos, right? Everyone was like super hyped about Kinos. It was super cool. It was like, wow, this is like the coolest thing ever. And then the level gets verified, it comes out, and it's like one of the worst playing levels on the list.
I find that
I don't
funny
know.
because the list is like so cooked now that Kinos is probably one of the better playing levels.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking about redoing ranking the demon list because
Mhm.
there's a lot of unknown good stuff. Um, the list is weird. I've been saying it for a little bit, but the list is in a very experimental phase right now, where every level feels like it's trying something new.
Okay, wait. Sorry to interrupt, but this is we might as well just move on to this question. Will you ever
Yeah.
make a ranking the demon list video again?
Funnily enough, I've been thinking about it. Here's the double-edged sword with that idea, because I even mentioned on a stream in the past that I was thinking about doing ranking the demon or re-ranking the demon list, but the double-edged sword with it is, on one hand, the list is better now, like a lot, and I want to give it credit for that because it has improved so much. You just see people pushing, and you get levels like Menace and UNB Crusher, assuming that got rated. I don't know if it did yet. Like
I mean,
I'll
it
pull
wouldn't
up
be on
Player
the
Crate.
demon list anyways because it was only it was verified by 2 people, not one.
Fair enough. But it's like I'm looking at the list now, and it's like you get Booba Wamba, Nullscapes, which I have mixed feelings on, but it's cool. You get Menace, Based After Based. Uh, I don't recognize a lot of these, so forgive me. I'm scrolling, but like Silent Locked, Voltage. Voltage is cool. Uh, Stellar Knight getting rated recently is cool. Like a lot of levels I'm seeing here that I do recognize, I like, and that's very different from before, where a lot of levels were like, I have nothing to say about this. It's generic 2x1 glow slop. That era is so dead. There's a
Yeah.
couple of them, but like I don't know. I see a level like Wave Terminal, and that's such a cool level.
Okay, Wave Terminal is
Um,
such a cool level until you play it. Can I just say okay, I'll be honest. I
True,
hate Wave
but
Terminal's gameplay. It's so bad.
as the original series, I can't play any of them, so I
Yeah, yeah,
disregard
fair enough for
stuff.
you.
But
Like,
yeah. But then here's the other end of the sword, all right? And this is something I kind of briefly hinted at. There are still a bunch of levels that I do not care about, like, at all, and I have nothing to say about. And if you go back and watch the original Ranking the Demon list, it is such a, like, the second half of the supercut is so much better than the first half because there's so many levels where it's like, I'm struggling to find the words to describe what I think about this because it's not that good, but it's also not that bad. It is a 5 out of 10. It is, I do not care, you know? And
yeah.
it's like what the fuck do you expect me to say about let me just look at the list again and find like a random example, but
You're somehow
like
gonna name my
scrolling to
favorite level, I bet.
like the like 100 range. It's like, what do you want me to say about something like I keep pulling up levels I've seen before, like True Truefet's cool though. Like, what do you want me to say about Azure Blast or like Esfera? I think that's an old one.
Okay,
I don't remember.
Esfera, no,
Like,
Esfera's fair. Like, what happens in Esfera?
yeah, or like what do you want me to say about like Axony or um actually no, I think I reviewed Axony in a video and I think it
You
was
did.
cool.
I watched it recently. Is that not the 8-bit one at the start? And then,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that was ranking the demon
Hmm.
lists encore or whatever I called it. I don't
I know
remember.
that because I watched that video yesterday. Again, I rewatched it yesterday. so
Uh,
definitely mention
oh
it.
my god, Calculator Core 149.
Yeah,
Jesus
oh no, the
Christ.
bottom of the list is like so bad right now. If you look, like we're about to lose Renovant, Calculator Core, Thinking Space 2, and Promethean and Cold Sweat. Like,
It's like, and a lot of these levels might be cool if I actually look at them, but it's like, what the fuck is the plunge? Or,
oh no, okay. The plunge. I have a friend that's like his favorite level ever. The plunge is weird because it's like the worst level on the list gameplay wise, but it's just such a cool decoration style.
I'm just gonna click on a random level here. The Catacombs.
Okay,
What is
screenshot of
this?
Catacombs. That's a 1.9 level.
Oh wow, it's already doomed to fail for me. This,
Yeah, this is like a 1.9 level that's pretty much just wave, like a bunch of gameplay with some wave challenges like thrown in.
yeah, so like this is what makes me not sure if I want to do ranking the demon or re-ranking the demons because like I'm looking at this and I'm already thinking about how little I have to say. It's like, oh, it's another generic 1.9 level, and it would be better if it wasn't restricted to 1.9. 5 out of 10. And it's like, I don't know. Also, like, this is like a kind of side rant, but like, can we stop using Sakup and Hell in levels? Like, it's getting old.
Blue
I'm getting
Scoop in Hell.
so yeah, the song. Like, can we stop using the song? Because I'm just
This-
it's such an overused song at this point. I feel like there were 2.0 like complaints that were very similar, but like actually the moment I like pull up footage of the level and I hear boom, 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 I'm like,
Wait, was that? Does the Catacombs use the Scoop in?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh my god, why?
And it's like the moment I hear like even the first note of Sakup in Hell, I'm like, all right, here we go.
That's why I
Don't
love Menace because it's a completely original song.
yeah.
Okay, keeping okay. Since we were on the demon list topic, I think this is a good one to go off to. Can you rank, in your opinion, the current top 10 on the demon list? Like the number 1
Like
through 10
from
of the
quality.
top 10, yeah, in quality. Might as well like screen
Okay,
share the
so
demon list again.
yeah, I'm doing this off the cuff, so don't treat this as like a final opinion because I'm not putting thought into this, obviously. Um, Controversial opinion right off the bat, but I don't like
Thank
Andromeda.
you.
I've heard it plays really good, so maybe like that would make it better, but I don't like it. I'd say I guess I'll just scroll through and Amethyst is the worst, like by far. Amethyst is the worst. Then I'd probably say Quantus, Tidal Wave, Nullscapes, uh, Flame Wall, Every End, Orbit, and then Thinking Space 2. I love Thinking Space 2. I think it's like the best top one we've had in such a long time. People are gonna be like, "Oh, that's such a bad opinion," but like, I like it because it's so stupid. I feel like people people were like hyped about Tidal Wave because like, oh man, it's it's not hell themed. It's so unique, right? I like Thinking Space 2 because it's the first top one I've seen in such a long time that doesn't take itself seriously and exists for fun. Like it's
Yeah.
just a goofy level. It's so silly. I love it.
Yeah, I agreed with people that it shouldn't have been buffed to top 1, but personally, like, I love the idea of Thinking Space 2. More the way it was executed, like, I feel like it. I mean, I don't really want to say much because I believe how you mentioned it in your video that had Thinking Space 2 in it is exactly the same as my opinion. I don't
Yeah.
get how people say that it's not a good sequel. Like,
It is exactly what a Thinking Space 2 sequel should or it's exactly what a
yeah.
Thinking Space sequel
By
should
you
be.
hating on Thinking Space 2, you're proving it's a good sequel to Thinking Space.
Yeah. Because I mean like Thinking Space was so controversial when it came out. Nobody liked it. And now people look back at it as if it's like a like I don't remember the term, but like when something turns out to be good, but no one liked it in the past. Like there is a term for that. Um, I don't know.
You know, I
I
remember watching Aeonairs and Trusters, like a really old video by them, and they were talking about levels, and then they made a joke saying, "Can you imagine if Thinking Space got raided?" And they were joking about how that could never be raided, and
I don't know. I have been obsessed lately with levels that are like accidentally bad. Like, I mentioned Formula X earlier. Do you know what that level is?
No, I don't actually.
I am about to enlighten you because this level is so funny. Um, so do you know the creator, oh fuck, why can't I remember his name actually? Give me a
Just
second.
tell me what he's created, and I probably might know.
Yeah, Havoc. That's his name. Havoc.
I
He
think
made
I've
a
heard
part in
of that
Bloodbath.
name.
He
Yeah,
made
yeah,
Civil.
yeah, yeah.
He made Civil. Yeah. So this is a Havoc level. Um, and I gotta. Yeah, I love having locally stored showcases. So it's like a generic club step type level, but this level didn't get rated. So Havoc took it down, changed the song, added a bunch of joke deco, and re-uploaded it. But that's not even what makes it funny. The song is funny as hell, though. What makes it funny is right here. This is a hard demon with a 240
Hard
hertz frame.
demon! Hard demon!
Yeah, this is a hard demon with a 240 hertz frame perfect in it.
Ooh, that's a click. That's an amethyst click right there.
Yeah,
What is it
I
doing
beat
here?
this. I
Bro,
beat this level, and I
GG.
love stuff like this. It's so goofy because you pass the 240 hertz frame perfect, and you have to survive the rest of the like hard demon difficulty level
Oh
with
no.
insane nerves while listening to this song.
Oh wait, let me put this song on stream so you can hear. Oh.
Yeah, let me know when the stream
Okay,
can hear it.
they can hear it, they can hear it. Oh wait, they can't actually hear anything. I don't hear the song.
Discord. I'll have to restart my screen share. Hold on. It likes to do that. Okay.
I mean, I could just hear. I, I mean, I can hear the game. It doesn't show the game audio. It just shows your audio.
That's so weird. I've been having a lot of problems with
Yeah.
Discord audio lately. I don't know what's been going on. Like if you look it up, it's like this really goofy, like weird, almost like rap song. He's just going like boogie with no flop, boogie boogie with no flop.
What? I
It's so
imagine like the Death Corridor thing where it's just a guy.
it's let me maybe what I could probably do is this will work easier is I could just send you my showcase of it so you can pull it up.
Yeah.
But it's so funny.
I'll just send it in like the VC chat here.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
My level that I think is like really bad, but I find it super funny and so I like it. It's always been Factory Realm X.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
So...
Like that's exactly the vibe. Also, I sent it to the VC chat.
Ooh,
It's
okay.
such a funny level. Oh, not the like VC chat
Yeah,
because
no,
I
I've
don't have access
looked.
to that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the stream has like a delay.
Oh, it has major delay, but we deal with it.
Yeah. Could you give some ideas for upcoming GD content creators?
How old? Wait, how old is this level? Like, for having this.
So I believe it was originally pre 1.9, but it got re-uploaded like this in 2.0.
Yeah.
And it got rated hard demon.
That is such a weird history. That is a level of all time. Okay, wait, how much? Okay, we've gone through a chunk of these. We have 6 more of my questions and 4 viewer ones. We'll get through some of
Alright.
mine then. Okay, what's a style of level or a gimmick that you think should be utilized more in levels?
Ice theme. I love ice theme. Style or gimmick though, like I'll try to answer that more interestingly. Um Man, I don't know. I feel like people are pretty good about trying different things, but I feel like people need to push the swing a lot more because the swing, like a lot of swing gameplay I see is very lame. It's kind of like just you could swap out the swing with the ship and it would play basically the same. I feel like swing has a lot of untapped potential. Or in if you remember the beginning of 2.1, how every spider section was basically finger dash, I think we're in that phase of the swing game mode right now.
Yeah. To an extent, I feel like some spider bars still play like that in levels. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. That's why I kind of love Robot, because I mean, this is a hot take, so I know people hate Robot, but I feel like Robot's such a different game mode compared to something everyone else, like icons or people. But like I love the concept of the longer you hold, the longer the jump of the cube,
It's
kind
so
of.
weird. I wish I liked Robot, and I think the reason I dislike it, to be fair, is just because most people don't make good Robot gameplay. Unfortunately, I do think Robot can be used to make good gameplay. I just don't think people do
Yeah.
because
Oh god. Yeah, I can see that.
the most unique robot levels we've gotten in such a long time are Shardscapes and Nullscapes, and I don't consider that to be good robot
Yeah,
gameplay.
well, I beat Shardscapes and I enjoyed the gameplay from what I played. But then I had hardest. That was my hardest point, so I probably had bias from that.
Yeah.
No Escapes I tried playing. It's not good. That's actual bad robot gameplay. But okay,
Yeah.
right. So okay, this is a good question. If you could rework the map packs and the gauntlets, what would you change?
So for the map packs, what I'd rework is I just change the levels that's in them. You'll understand this more when I release map packs part 7, but the biggest problem with them is honestly just that there's so many fucking Stereo Madness remakes and like early Rob Top remakes. Like, if you go and beat every map pack level, you're basically just playing shitty versions of Stereo Madness through Can't Let Go like 500 fucking times. And as for the gauntlets, I'd honestly say just let people beat them in whatever order they want. Like, I don't like that you have to beat them in a restricted order because, like, the best example I could give is the one I gave before we started the stream when I was talking to you just randomly. But a lot of people hate Mechanical Showdown, but like Hell by Serpunge. And so, because you have to beat Mechanical Showdown to get to Hell, um, it's gonna create this animosity where people hate the level even more than they already do because they feel forced to play it, right? And I feel like that's cringe. I feel like I don't know. I get why the gauntlets like are the way they are. I understand the idea on paper, but the only way for that to work is if the levels are flawless, and that's far from the case.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of the gauntlet levels have so much wasted potential, which is kind of annoying. Like, I feel like the one that I think is the most is Magmatic Sanctuary.
Magmatic is
Uh,
weird because it has like every problem the early gauntlets have combined. It's got jank gameplay that's inaccessible to most people. Its difficulty is underrated. It's way harder than it says it is. It is in the first gauntlet, by the way, which means that a lot of people who are going into the gauntlets to try to improve at the game are getting bitch smacked by that level. Like, imagine being someone that struggles with like Hexagon Force going through the gauntlets and being like, oh, okay, there's pretty easy levels here. You get like outer space and all that, and then out of nowhere you get hit with first race in Magmatic Sanctuary.
yeah.
Like, oh my god,
You know what? You've given me an idea now because I'm hosting a mega collab for a remake of Magmatic Sanctuary, but like a way harder version. I feel like should
yeah,
I do the exact same thing that you said? Like, you said the Magmatic Sanctuary is like way harder than people say.
yeah,
Should I do the thing where I just like say it's Sonic Wave difficulty, but it's like completely not, and it's like way harder?
that would be very
Like,
funny.
imagine if it was like a list demon in disguise, but it's just like, oh yeah, Sonic Wave diff
you
level.
you
Good
pull
luck,
in a
guys.
Kunakun and say that it's like Insane Demon and it's actually top one.
Yeah, Booba Wamba in a nutshell. I find that
Yeah.
list rising thing so funny with Booba Wamba. Like, what happened? Oh, it's 18.
Nobody
Nope, it's
really goes for
12.
any of
Nope, it's 9.
that's something if we go back to what they were asking earlier of like the list. Another thing that makes the list weird is before I could kind of like see what other people thought of the levels, and I never based my opinions around other people's opinions, but I could always find aspects of the level to look at. You know what I mean? Like, people
Yeah.
would say, "Oh, I like this part," and I could look at the part. Now, like, no one talks about the levels even in like the top 10 because it's like, oh, okay, I like Andromeda. Well, what do you like about it? It's cool. It's unique. And it's like, okay, what parts do you like? And I don't know. There's so little victors on the top of the list. It's insane.
Oh, I mean, okay, to be fair, I think now, like, I wouldn't agree now, but I would say, like, half a year ago, I would agree, because, like, literally, what? Amethyst next to no victors, Figgy Space 2 next to no victors, Flame Wall next to no victors, like, everything had nothing, and I thought, like, the top half, the top 10, is literally just isolated to, like, 5 people at most. Not even.
I mean, the only person to beat Thinking Space 2 is Pop Off. The only person to beat Amethyst is Zoink. Flame Wall, is popular as it is, only has 2 victors.
Yeah.
Um, Orbit is new, but really, like, that's weird. I haven't seen a single person actually playing Orbit.
Smokes has.
Smokes Hat? Okay.
Yeah, he's the
But
guy.
you'd think
He might be at like
you
50% now.
you'd think that everybody would. I mean, not everyone would be doing well, but you'd think everyone would be throwing themselves at Orbit just because it's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, look
Weird.
at that. Have you seen the guy? Oh, I forget what his name is. The guy with 3 in his name. Wife? Was it? Oh, wait, what's he called? I keep covering him all the time, but, like, I forget his name. Werty.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I,
that guy is
yeah,
going
he's
to
insane.
do the top 5 stuff. Like, what are we doing? Like, what was this? In
Is that the guy who recently beat Quantus?
Yeah, no, this is a different guy.
Oh.
In 2 weeks, this guy was verified the top 10 penumbral, beat every end,
Oh,
got a
them.
world record fluke from 57 on Deimos, and he started up a live stream of Tidal Wave, and within 2 days got 33 to 100.
That's
Or it was like
insane.
35 to 100 or something. Like, this guy is cracked. And yeah, there's also the Quantius processing guy. Wait, I forget which one. Which is the one that beat it?
I was convinced no one was going to play Quantus because it got so much backlash. I'm happy to see that that wasn't the case and someone went for it.
Yeah, there's like a couple people that are playing it now. I'm kind of annoyed that the other guy didn't beat it first, because, like, he seemed like he was going to do it. He died to
Yeah.
the second last click. Yeah, Dovin's also cracked. I mean, this guy in 2 weeks. Okay, so the other guy did what I said in 2 weeks, but this guy did Penumbral as first victor. He did world record attempts on every end. He did Spectre and Quantius processing in 2 weeks.
That's insane.
Like, how are
Also,
these people?
I will say, I could probably go for about another hour.
Yeah, okay. We'll
If that's
speed
okay.
run
Yeah.
through these then, to get through them.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get the longest one out the way then, because, so I
Yeah.
don't know if you've watched the other ones, but I do like a thing where it's like the Mount Rushmore thing that Secret Ray did, but it's different. So instead of asking for the top 5 people, like, top 5 best players, creators, and content creators, and then asking for an overall top 5, I want to ask
Like,
you for
who's my
your
Mount Rushmore of
yeah,
players?
it's not that, but it's similar. It's kind of. So I'm gonna ask you for who you think the top 3 best players, content creators, and creators are. But I also want to ask for your top 3 most underrated creators, content creators, and players.
So top 3 best YouTubers and then top 3 most underrated YouTubers.
Yes.
Well, not to Glaze, but you're one of them because I just like the way you approach an underrated. You're one of the more underrated ones because I like the way you approach news. It's very laid back and very casual. A lot of news channels fail because they try to cover everything, and you just seem to cover things you find interesting, which is a good approach. Um, Another underrated content creator. What is? I'm trying to remember their name. Which, yeah, fitting. Because they're underrated. Oh, well, what is their name? Oh God. Angel Effect. Yeah, Angel Effect is really good. I think they are growing, so that
Yeah.
calling them underrated might
Yeah.
be
Angel
like they
Effect
might.
was brought up as underrated pick last interview, actually.
Yeah, Angel Effect is probably going to not be underrated for much longer, but they're really good. And then a close friend of mine, the Wild Seal. They make some of the funniest fucking videos I've ever seen in this community. Like honestly, out of all the ones I'm mentioning, shout out the Wild Seal. Like, people watching this right now, just go to the Wild Seal's channel and check out their stuff. It's really funny. They are currently trying to beat every 2.0 level, which is wild.
Oh wait, I've seen this
Um,
guy. Yeah.
yeah. So, the three best content creators, I'm gonna kind of Mount Rushmore it, which means that they might not make good content anymore. But I just
Oh,
think
they
they're
don't
like,
have to. Like this could be
yeah.
history. Like
I mainly say that because of, and I'll get this one out of the way, EVW. I don't like a lot of EVW's modern content because it's very like I think the recent tab shit has gotten very old, and that's basically like almost all he does now. Though when he goes for an extreme, I tune in. I love those videos, but I have to go EVW. He's one of the best. He's like the goat, and as you can imagine, one of the reasons I got into this game. On that note, Riot. Uh, I don't think I need to explain that one. Um, the third one's kind of a wild card, but he kind of also would fit as underrated, but I think he's just straight up one of the better content creators. Or wait, no. Okay, I was gonna say Multiverses, and I'm gonna bring him up as a bonus fourth. Multiverses is a really good YouTuber. Um, but I just kind of reminded myself Technical. Technical is my third. I watch basically every video Technical posts. I have a ton of respect for Technical.
yeah, Technical's a good one. He's not in my
Yeah,
top three, but he's definitely probably like top 10 somewhere.
yeah.
Okay. Do you okay? Since you only have an hour, should we just get on to the other questions, or do you want to like fully do
Yeah,
the creative stuff? Okay. Well. Okay.
it's
Because
just like people are going to be waking up soon in my
yes.
house. But
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. So okay, let's speed run through these. Okay. So what level in the game do you think had the most wasted potential?
Ooh, I actually have like a specific answer for this, like queued up. That's great. I didn't know this question was coming, but I just like already have an answer. Glitched memories.
Never heard of that.
Glitched memories was the most hyped level in the community when it was being teased, and then it came out. Nothing. Not a word. It's rated. It's an extreme. Um, Glitched Memories, the whole gimmick of it is that it is a club step remake, but as you're playing it, the decoration glitches and flashes decoration style and gameplay from older club step remakes. So you'll be playing like a generic glow club step level, and it'll like turn into ICDX and silent club step while you're playing it, and it's so cool.
Oh my god, I'm looking
Um,
at it now. Yeah, this is cool. I just went to Red World.
yeah, and it's so cool. But the problem I think, because I honestly don't know why it came out and had the like the crowd goes mild, but like I have to assume it's because it doesn't play well. Because I think what might have happened is everyone was excited for the level, and then it came out and they're like, wait a minute, this plays like a bunch of old club step levels.
Yeah,
You
also
know what I mean?
these are glitching things that are probably terrible to actually like play through.
Yeah, and I could be wrong. That might not be why, but like, it's just so odd that a level that hyped up and that cool came out to no fanfare.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I hadn't even heard of it until now.
Yeah, Glitch Memories is so like it's just such a missed opportunity. I don't know how that happened. It's so weird.
Yeah, I mean, that's not even the level's fault. That's just people not caring.
It's yeah, and that's the worst part is that like I don't know. It's so sad.
Yeah. Okay. Next question. Make sure more viewer ones now, so I'll get through these. When is the next reviewing the map packs video?
Yeah, I've been getting this question a lot. I'm not sure. It's almost like it might come out to. Wait.
It's almost like it
Okay,
might
this.
come out tomorrow.
So this is that's actually what I almost. What I was gonna say. It's almost like it might come out like uh after I'm done with the Revi arc is what I was gonna say because I thought for some reason that you're asking when is the next Iceberg episode coming out because I've been getting that a lot.
If you want to do
Um,
that, then yeah, you can go. You can ask that.
the next map pack episode is releasing tomorrow, assuming there's no issues of rendering it because I finished it 20 minutes before I joined call for this interview, which is a bit funny. Um, but the next Iceberg episode, that is editing hell because that is the last video I am ever going to make in my old format, or not my old format, but my old workflow, where I would edit the audio as I edited the footage in my editing software, and that is hell. Do not do that. Record your audio in Audacity, please, if you make YouTube videos. But yeah, the way I used to record stuff is a pain, so that video is like the YouTuber equivalent of development hell. It's fully recorded too, so I don't know. I don't know how that became such a mess. The funniest thing about Iceberg Part 3 is that in the intro I was talking about how 2.2 had just released.
Yeah.
It's so tragic.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, so right, we have two questions from me. We have questions 1 and 2 from me, and one,
All
two,
right.
and 3 from the viewer. So I'll let you pick what you want.
I'll do another viewer question.
Okay. Um, why do you think people often dislike your takes and opinions?
I saw that on the community post. That's an interesting one. I mean, the simple answer, I think this is the obvious one I could go to, is just that I stay stupid shit sometimes. I've gotten better about it, but I used to just say really stupid shit, uninformed shit, and I also like I would like post out of emotion and not think before I posted. So like I'd see a tweet that would make me angry and be like, "Yo, fuck this guy," and then like later I'd delete the tweet out of like a sort of remorse. I'd be like, "Nah, I overreacted." But you know, when you put shit out like that, you can't really take it back. So I think I've just burned a lot of bridges. Um, but the other thing is, and because like that's obviously like not a lot of people, that just happened like in a very specific amount of cases. I think honestly, it's just the fact that I'm a critic, right? I like make a lot of videos being critical of levels, and there are a lot of cases where I have made negative reviews and given negative opinions on levels people like Tidal Wave, which has already been brought up. I think that and there's nothing wrong with this, but I think people get really mad when someone doesn't like something that they like, and that's fair. Um, but I think just the fact that I make negative reviews or the fact I make reviews at all really like makes people angry. Because one that really makes people mad is that I actually really like Cosmos by Cherry Team. I love it. I think it's great. And Cosmos has a really bad reputation. It's like referred to as slop, and I don't get that at all.
Okay, I'm sorry, but you can't call Cosmos slop when Cosmos Unleashed exists.
Cosmos Unleashed makes me so mad. They put a 1488 joke in the level, which if you don't
I
know is like
saw
a
that. I
Nazi
covered
thing.
that. Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Like
It's like why? What do you
that whole
I don't
level's
get it.
existence should not happen. Like that should not be a thing.
The worst part is that like when they started originally teasing it, I thought it was the coolest looking level I had ever seen. The way they did like the static and it was almost like a analog TV, and the static would get more intense to fade transitions. That's so cool. And it just kept getting worse and worse with every passing day.
My
I
problem
don't
is
know
imagine
what
playing that. Imagine playing that. You can't even. The decoration
I
is more of the difficulty, honestly.
I was always willing to forgive that it plays badly because the entire goal was to get unnerfed Cosmos rated, which sounds cringe, but unnerfed Cosmos and Cosmos are basically two entirely different levels.
Yeah.
Like they just have different gameplay. So I was always okay with it, but I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with that level. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Okay. So right, we have a couple more questions here. We'll go on to what got you into content creation.
Honestly, being a kid, watching a lot of YouTubers and being like, I want to do that. That's cool. And like I grew up and I got lucky, so it actually happened. I have memories of being like an actual child, like 14 years old or like younger, and like setting up my cell phone, propping it up against like a soda bottle and aiming it at the TV and being like pretending that I was making Let's Play content and never actually posting it anywhere. Like it was kind of adorable. But like I guess I always just had that because I would like see he makes shit content nowadays, but he used to be really good. I'd watch like
Yeah,
Sunday.
I used to watch him so much. Just get the Minecraft, what you
Yeah,
call
like
it,
his
videos
Crazy
of
Craft
yeah,
series.
yeah,
And I used to watch Sunday, and I didn't want to do it for popularity. What I envied was the idea of like a shared community of people who liked the same thing. So, like, Sunday likes playing this mod pack. People like watching him play this mod pack, and I like that sort of connection. Like, just the idea of not necessarily having an audience, but having people who like the same thing as you. Making YouTube videos to me is a lot like say you like a game or something like Magic the Gathering, right? Like say you like Magic the Gathering. Making YouTube videos to me is a lot like going to a like Magic the Gathering card shop and playing against other people in the store. You know,
yeah.
it's just very convention, like Comic Con esque feeling to me, and I
Mm.
love that.
What's weird to me with YouTube is that like I feel like I don't really comprehend how many people actually see your stuff on YouTube. Cause like
Oh, it's hard to.
yeah, cause
Um,
like yeah, go on.
I have 15K, and that's considered not a lot on YouTube, right? 15K is like not a lot of subs. It's small. I'm a small YouTuber. There are stadiums that do not support 15,000 people in the stands.
Yeah.
That's like really fucked up because you have to picture like what does 15,000 people sitting in the same room look like?
Yeah, like I looked at images of that. It was like one time I was obsessed because like now I get like 10K views average I would say around a video,
Yeah.
and I don't think I comprehend that because like I get nervous presenting something to 20 people or like 30
Have
people,
you
but
have you ever seen the Tom Scott video that's driving $1 million versus driving $1 billion or whatever it is?
I don't think I have, but I understand how big of a difference that is. Like it's
The
actually
idea is, and I don't remember the exact measurements, but like, accuracy not withheld. The idea is that he drives, I think it was like, I think it was 1,000 to 1,000,000, but he drives like 1,000 kilometers and then after that drives 1,000,000 kilometers. And like 1,000 kilometers is like leaving a parking lot, 1,000,000 is like a 6 hour drive.
yeah, it's it's crazy. It's like and you just it's just because it's not like personal, like
It's
it's not face to
faceless.
face, it's online. You don't really comprehend it.
Yeah. And what also doesn't help is that 15,000 subscribers does not mean 15,000 views. That can usually mean like 1,000 views in my case. And then 1,000 views does not mean 1,000 comments. That might mean like 100.
Yeah.
And 100 people is actually reasonable. I could see 100 people fitting into like a small venue at like a cover band's concert or something. So that's like really realistic to picture. But then you
Yeah.
realize there are so many people watching that don't comment, and you just think about how many viewers you get. And like on that note, for the record, I'm not like making fun of that or shitting on it. Like all respect to lurkers, their support helps just as much as anyone else's, but like it makes it harder to comprehend how many people are truly watching.
Yeah.
I This might sound rather dark, but I mean this in a very happy and optimistic way. My goal is to die leaving something behind for the world. I not even anything big, but like knowing that I put videos out there and that by making a video, there's even the smallest chance that there could be some dude out there that's depressed, watches my video, smiles, and his day is better. I just like that idea. I don't even like you don't even have to make anything specific to do that, but giving people entertainment is so much more important than people think.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, like if I didn't watch your content and then like find out about it, then I wouldn't have made my old channel, and if I didn't make my old channel, then this channel wouldn't have existed. So
Yeah,
nothing I had currently would actually happen if it wasn't for you reviewing levels, which I find
that
kind of
is
funny.
that's so unfathomable to me. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's and I'm sure there's like probably a bunch of cases similar to that, like not the same thing, but like different things that wouldn't happen if it wasn't for you,
Yeah.
which is you don't really think about because you just don't know the people.
Yeah.
But anyways, well, since this is on a similar topic, where would you see your channel in 3 years' time?
This is gonna sound funny, but the exact same place, no difference. Maybe the content gets slightly better. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's hard for me to think about growth when growth isn't the goal. I might like my channel doesn't look different if I gain subs. You know what I mean? And that makes it really hard to answer that question because if I like gain 20,000 subscribers right now and I hit like you know 35K, right? I'm going to be doing the same thing. So like I don't know, obviously, like I could say like, oh, maybe I'll be at this many views or this many subscribers, but I put so little thought into that that all I can really say is I'll be in the exact same place.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I don't think your content's changed that much throughout the years currently either. I mean,
Yeah, I
sure,
mean, the
like,
only thing I can really say is that it's just gotten better in the sense that, like, not in the way a lot of YouTubers think they're getting better when there's like super crazy editing, vine booms everywhere. It's more gotten better in the sense of like I know how to edit down my voice so that way you're not hearing me stutter constantly.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I agree. I mean, I remember watching my first video, back my first ever review was on Centipede, and it's literally just me pausing, like, watching the video, pausing it, and going, ooh, this part's, this is pretty good. I like the green. It's just like that.
Yeah.
The entire thing is so bad. But, yeah, I mean, with these kind of videos, it is just more how you word your words, right? There's nothing really much more to it because the editing isn't the point. The point is getting your view across in a informative
I
way.
I've thought about dabbling in user suggested reviews, and I've even made community posts asking for people to give me levels to review because I've just thought about it so much. But I don't think I could ever like do that. I couldn't do what Warwin does, where he like lets his patrons vote on what he reviews once a month or whatever. I just can't because I have to have some kind of personal connection with the level to want to talk about it. Like a review I'm planning, and I don't want to give much away, but I'm planning on doing a review of Lover's Sadness because it, in my opinion, tells its story so well that I actually feel the emotion you feel when you lose a romantic partner. I feel that in the level. And that sounds corny as fuck. I'm gonna have to make the video for that to make sense, but the level does such a good job. It's insane. And I have to have that kind of connection with the level to where I know what I'm talking about. Because going back to the question earlier of why I'm not sure, like why I wouldn't do re-ranking the demon list is half the levels on there I have no connection to. Like I don't feel anything towards like Andromeda. I don't have a personal connection to it, you know?
Right. Andromeda's been like getting shade like 8 times throughout this live stream.
I feel bad because Andromeda's a good level. It is. Like I don't want to make it sound like it's a bad level. It's more just an example of a level I have nothing to say about. You know what I mean? It's a lack of interest, not a lack of quality.
I don't picture it as a top 10. I picture it as like a level I would know in like the 80th spot on the list. But like for some reason it's like Omega hard.
Yeah.
I just don't think much of it. But yeah, on that similar note, I mean, I think what's one of the my favorite videos of yours that just didn't do well, which I'm kind of sad of, is that I don't know how to put it into words, but it's like the one where you got that geode mod that lets you random pick a level and then you just
Oh
review
yeah,
whatever that one was.
the randomized level reviews.
Yes, those. I like
I still
those.
I want to make another one of those. But the tricky thing is that leaving things up to chance can just create a boring video. Because here's something you guys might not know. I created another episode of randomized level reviews and I scrapped it because it sucked. It was all just like bland, uninteresting 4 stars. That's why I have made the change to the series that I did. My April Fool's video was only a half joke. That was actually like a serious thing because if you go to it, I titled it randomized level reviews too, because the idea is now I'm going to have the randomization not fully random and random to a set. Because like having specific things like randomly picking an extreme demon or randomly picking a 2.0 level. The next one I make is probably going to be randomized level reviews 2.0 levels because that sounds funny as hell.
Yeah. I
Um
I use that mod now. I still do for I think it's really good for star grinding actually.
have you seen the level grind mod?
I've literally just started using it like 2 days ago.
It's so good.
Yeah, that's really good. I'm happy that that exists. I will say some levels I feel like they shouldn't be in the categories they are. Like some of the 8 and the 9 stars they pick that they say are grindable
if
aren't really. But
if you want to feel that, like really like validate that feeling, sort specifically by insane platformers.
I can't play platformers. Like for the longest time, I could not. My hardest is Radio Tower, but like that took ages. I don't
I
know how people
remember
do
you
it.
saying that in the Kiba interview.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I don't know. It was
Hard platformers aren't fun. That's my thing. Is like a lot of hard platformers, like platformer video games, so not platformer GD levels. Platformer video games that are hard are usually not trying to be hard, they just naturally are. A game like Celeste is difficult because of the story it's telling and the environment it's creating, just naturally making the game difficult. But if you set out to make something with the goal of it being difficult, it's probably not going to be good
yeah.
because difficulty alone is not fun.
I also had like no experience with platformers really, other than that, so that probably had a factor as well. I did have two platformer extremes, but one of them got demoted. I beat Chief Needler and I got demoted, so I'm gonna have to do another
Chief
one at some
Needler got
point.
demoted? What the
Yes,
hell?
Insane Demon now.
Dude, people
Um,
complain that like classics are getting too easy because they'll say like, "Oh man, this level that's used to be extreme is Insane Demon," and it's weird because like ICDXs shouldn't be Insane Demon. The game's getting too hard. That's only true with plats. I don't understand how we went from I want to be the guy being extreme to Chief Needler
yeah.
not being extreme.
To be fair, like I was in call with a bunch of pro platformer players, because they were giving me levels to choose, and at least for like the good platformer players in GD, they see levels like Radio Tower, or ones that are not even like entry like platformer extreme, but like a bit higher up. They see them as hard demon in difficulty, like what they should be.
So weird.
Yeah, so
So weird.
that's probably why it's crazy. But anyways, we have two questions left, so congratulations. We're nearly done
Yeah.
here. I wonder, how long has this live stream been going on for?
2 hours.
2 hours.
It
Okay.
started streaming 2 hours ago. Yeah.
Okay, because the other ones didn't reach 2 hours, so they were like just before it. So this is the longest one. Congrats, you're the biggest talker.
Yeah.
So would you like question one or two?
Let's go with question one.
Okay, well this is actually good because it kind of links to what we were just talking about. Do you prefer platformer or classic mode?
It depends on what I'm doing. I think generally though I prefer classic. Just because platformer is fun, but it's not like platformer is a mini game to the main game. It's like Super Mario 64 DS versus like the mini game where you gamble with Luigi. Platformer is gambling. I love it. It's
That's
fun,
an
but
analogy.
it's not what GD is. It's a side thing. It just exists. And I
Yeah.
love it. It's fun, but GD will always be classics because, like here's the one thing about platformer right off the bat. Um it completely kills the rhythm-based part of rhythm-based platformer. It no longer matters. I feel like GD, in most of its identity, is the music the levels use. A lot of people heavily underrate how important music is to GD. It's so much of the identity. Like when you think of tidal wave, one of the first things your mind does is dop doo doo doo, dop doo doo doo.
Yeah.
I just I have to say classic just out of principle. That being said, there are days where I'm just like I get home from work, I just want to chill, and I find like grabbing a controller and firing up like a couple 4-star platformers is a really good way to relax.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried to moon grind, but I don't know. My problem is that it just, when I go into the mind of wanting to beat the levels, it kind of makes it hard because they take so long to do in comparison to classics, because you're just so used to, oh, okay, I'll play these like 5 stars in classic mode and just like beat like one every
Yeah.
minute and a half, but then you have to take your
I will
time.
say, forcing myself to beat every rated easy demon platformer kind of changed that for me.
Yeah,
It
you're
did things.
crazy. I don't know how you do so many. Like, bro. There was one point where I was okay, I can't remember what level it was. I don't even think it was a platformer, but it was like a point where I wanted to beat every single level that you posted on your second channel. There was like a certain level that stopped me from doing that because I found it so bad. I've got a feeling it was a platformer, but I can't
It could have been,
remember what it
was it
was.
Drift or Die or You Have 86 Seconds?
No, I beat you at 86 seconds. I actually enjoyed that one, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah,
You might be the
crazy.
first person I've ever heard say
Might
that.
be. I actually like playing that, but it was something else, and I was like, wow, why did you beat this? This is so atrocious. I give up. I don't know what the level was,
Was it
but
an easy demon?
no, I genuinely have no clue what it was. I mean, you can probably find because I probably
Or
commented on the
Sponge?
videos as soon as I stopped commenting was probably when the one happened.
Sponge, Formula X,
I have no clue.
AccuPath
I wouldn't even
Sponge.
even if you said the name, I wouldn't remember. I just know that that happened. But anyways, we have one question left. It's not really a cool one to end on, but you know,
The Golem Temple.
congrats.
Could have been that.
Maybe, but okay. Here we go. Last question. What is your opinion on bounties in Geometry Dash?
I have no issue with them. I feel like bounties are not like all bounties are rewarding people for doing difficult things in the game. Like I really don't see so many people compare bounties to what Wabu did, and it's just like it might be. My answer seems really simple, I know, but like I'm also in other gaming communities, and like in communities like the Clone Hero community, right? Which is like Guitar Hero and stuff. Clone Hero bounties have been a thing for so long, and they're just fucking normal. I don't like bounties are very like black market underground. They're not capitalist at all. They're very for the community because they are basically everyone wants this verified, nobody's willing to do it, so here's a cash prize, right? It's a lot
Yeah.
less commercial and a lot more like esports reward. You know, it's like turning GD into an esport.
Yeah.
And I think that's cool.
I mean, it's not like Skeletal Extremigans because you don't have a massive QR code in the middle of the level to buy some Healy Boo Boos at their website.
I think also you have to think about it like this, right? Like the best or not the best analogy, but the best comparison to explain this is Heliopolis Mindcap Bounty versus Skeletal Extremigans. And I did originally say in the video that the difference is that one's taking from the community, the other's giving. But another thing you could really put it as is what is the creator of the level doing with the money? Wabu is trying to make money. Mindcap is literally just giving money away.
Yeah, like he put 2K of his own in there, so like he obviously
Yeah.
wants this to go well. Like, the Heliopolis is such an insane level. Like I'm part of the Nepesta like 260 pro players who ever do Heliopolis or whatever. I nearly lost on day 9 because I was getting so unlucky. Like even 9% is super difficult. That level it will be definitely top 1. It's so crazy if that gets actually verified.
Someone pointed out a click in Heliopolis that's like a massive choke point, and
Is it
I want to show
47?
you. Yes.
Oh wait.
I didn't
Yeah.
know about this. Like I
Oh,
botted
it's
the
so
level and
bad.
didn't realize, but it is horrific.
Yeah. No one thought it was actually in the level. Like,
I didn't even do it correctly. You're
uh,
supposed to hit this corner and fall. So in my showcase, I didn't even do it correctly. Imagine this is like I accidentally discovered the hidden strat to make it easier.
yes.
Seeing how tight this is with the saw blade, though, definitely not.
No, that is that's
It's
gonna be a
crazy
buff.
though.
That's gonna be the buff when something else gets put top 1. They're gonna make that the actual pattern.
You know what's funny though is I can tell why I thought this was the correct way. It's because this block is slightly extended for some reason.
I
If
mean,
you look at
it
it,
makes sense because it doesn't seem like when I look at that there, I don't really think I would reach the blue orb like far enough to where I wouldn't hit the spikes if I took that. But I
yeah.
guess not.
I know Mindcap is trying to make this top one, but I would honestly suggest to Mindcap to nerf just this click and buff something else to compensate. Because this is just a wall that's going to keep people from playing it.
I
And
think
if your goal is to get this out before grief and have it be top one, that's like I just because of this click, just because of this click alone, it's going to get buffed. This level is not coming out before grief, or not being verified before grief. It is out, but you know what I mean.
I don't
Like
know if you've seen the guy who is trying to jump from Acropolis to Heliopolis. Who he's got it in like 32 runs now, whatever. I imagine, yeah, he used to have it in like 77. I imagine
that's
that
what
he's like done this one click and that's his run, just one click.
that's what cash bounties do, though, is they get people to do crazy ass jumps and really desperately try to go for it. There's going to be some guy whose hardest is like a medium demon, and they're just going to sit there and suffer because why wouldn't you?
I'm kind of sad about that, but because it kind of ruins their entire experience with GD from that point on. Like
True.
from that,
Yeah.
your entire progression and like the way that we go about enjoying GD is gone because you're just stuck with Heliopolis of all things.
I agree, and I will say to anyone watching this stream that's one of those people that's like, why not just practice Heliopolis and go for it? Just don't. Like, it's money is not worth it unless you're a top player that's already capable of going for this. That's what I think.
If you guys can actually spend that time and attempt to land a job, then you'll get paid double the bounty for Heliopolis.
Yeah.
So that's probably the better option. And you'll probably spend less time doing your job than playing Heliopolis.
Yeah.
So win-win. That's if you can land it, but that might actually be harder than beating Heliopolis.
32 runs is more runs than many people have done Aturnus. Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
Aturnus is more likely to get verified than Heliopolis, I think, which is kind of crazy.
I mean, there's been some crazy. There's some guy doing crazy progress. I believe the level's now 9 or it's like 10 runs with one singular person doing all of them.
Yeah, it's I think I know who, because he's the guy who's doing like the Amori photograph theme for the progression. Um Let me, yeah, Dubes, I think it is. Is it
No,
Dubes?
it's not Doob. Doobs is
No,
the
no,
guy that
it's
has
Chill
world
Guy.
record. No,
Chill Guy. No, it's
Chill
Chill Guy.
Guy's been the original one that's been doing it. But it's not actually him. It's a guy that's like popped up recently. Chill Guy's got the best
Oh,
run from to 100, I believe. It's a new person. I don't know their name.
oh, is it the guy that got 20%?
20% is Doobs, but it's not Doobs.
Oh,
It's this
okay.
dog stuff, but it's this person who's just like absolutely cracked. I believe Doobs thinks they're the most likely person to get good progress on it, but yeah, they're crazy. But anyways, that is all of the questions done. Congrats, my dogs are barking. Now, I don't know if any of you, I don't know how much time you have left. Usually we get one or two people from the chat if they want to join to ask one question.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Okay, that's if. Okay, last time we didn't have actually anyone join, so we may or may not get no one. Because this is a weird time for us doing this. It's by far the earliest. So if you guys want to join, I'm gonna hope that when I was half asleep last night, I linked that Discord. I did. Discord's in the description. You can join and just like go into general in the Discord, and we'll drag you in. You could choose to do one or two people, but if no one joined, then there's no one by default.
Actually found an interesting viewer question on the community post. What do you think about the comments bashing on all 1.9 map pack levels, even those you like? Um, and about the death threats, never make another level comment sections. I will address both of those separately because I think those are technically two different questions. But I feel like in the map packs, when you go through them, the 1.9 levels end up being like this breath of fresh air. Like, finally, it's not a fucking Stereo Madness level, yes! And that makes it impossible for me to hate them and agree with bashing on all 1.9 map pack levels. Um, Also, the other one, I don't get that. You've probably noticed that too, but like there's this weird hostility with like people will like dislike a GD level and they'll say like I hope you die or whatever in the Geometresh daily chat. It's like, okay,
Has the daily chat,
rude.
but like, what do you
Well,
expect?
the daily chat's a bad example. I don't know why I said that, but it's like an easy demon will get rated and gain a bunch of popularity, and it'll be like, "This is the worst thing ever. Never create again." Like there was this one YouTuber, I forget his name, but he was like just starting creating and he released like a platformer that was like really buggy, but he fixed it later. And while it was still buggy, like another popular GD level creator DM'd him through GD and was like, "You should learn how to use the editor." It's like, what the fuck?
Bro, I'm scared of the GD like comments. I haven't opened them in a while, but since I started the new channel, I have like 20 unreads in like 2 weeks, and
Yeah.
I really do wonder what they are. It's either some like 8-year-old asking to be featured in a video, or some like diabolical hate comment. But okay, it seems like we're not gonna have A1, so probably we'll end it here to let you go, because I know that you don't want this to go on for too long. But
Yeah.
yeah, thank you so much. I will say that this interview was by far the most like fluid conversation wise. It
Yeah, this
didn't.
is fun.
The last one with Brian, I mean, no shade to Brian. I still loved that interview, and I think that Brian's a good content creator. I love your content. The I think the connection we had was like pretty rough because there was a lot of awkward silence in between. But
I mean, there's always going to be rough interviews. My least favorite Datcher podcast episode was I forget who it was, but it was like a friend of Ice Caves, and the entire episode is just him inviting the stream chat to play on his Minecraft server. And so they're trying to interview him on Dasher podcast, and he's just like, "Yo, who the fuck summoned a Wither?" It's like, it's really funny,
yeah.
but it also makes me feel really bad for the Dasher podcast
Yeah.
guys. It's like, oh my god.
Well, that's the problem with the Dasher podcast. Like, I enjoy the Dasher podcast, but it's not actually because they're interviewing or it's a podcast. Like, I just like it because see it as another form of content, because it just feels like a conversation. It doesn't feel like an
Yeah,
actual interview.
I love Dasher podcast, but at the same time, it's so weird. So many episodes will stray so far away from GDA. It's like, what food do you like?
Yeah.
Let's talk about cars. It's like,
Yeah. Hmm.
I remember the technical episode. One of the hosts like went AFK for like an extended period of time, and immediately technical gets asked about Ocular Miracle, and he gives some legitimate insight about how like, I'm thinking about bug fixing, re-verifying Ocular Miracle, so maybe it'll get rated because in 2.2 it's capable of getting rated. And then immediately that host comes back and they're like, they derail it and it's no longer about that. It's like, that was an interesting topic.
Yeah, that's kind of why I liked the Secret Way interviews, but of course we can't have good stuff.
It's so
Um,
weird because there's got to be a balance between both because the Secret Way interviews made me feel like they didn't care about the person they had on the podcast. GD the Dasher podcast feels like they like the host or no, they like the guest, but it's not really about GD. So it's like you got to strike a balance in the middle. I think your podcast does a good job at that.
I mean, I hope it does, but I feel like the one problem is I want to try and get better at speaking skills more. So that I feel like that's the one problem that I might have. Like, sure, this one probably went fine because I feel like this was the most optimal pick of person because of how similar my old content was to yours, and how like I actually like I've watched you by far the most out of any of the other people I've interviewed. But it's more
Yeah.
for I'm scared for if I get someone who I haven't watched any of their stuff, or I don't know them, or there's more of like a language barrier, or there's like something that just doesn't click, and it makes for an awkward conversation because I
As
don't know if
risky
I'm
as it
ready.
can be, you can always consider getting a co-host if you need to as well.
I
Um, I will say as well though, take it from me because I had an issue with that kind of stuff too. Not like the podcast stuff, but like speaking skills and stuff. It just naturally gets better the more you do it. You will get better at
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
I know it already has like over the years on YouTube. Like I mentioned it before, but like my old videos on my old channel. Oh my goodness, they're so bad looking back at them. But yeah, I have a couple ideas for people. But like you say, if you bring in co-hosts, then you always run the risk of the Dasher podcast where it just goes
Yeah.
off topic. Because then the more people you have, the more it feels like a friend group rather than a
That
interview.
is a good way of putting it. It really does just seem like a friend group, like you're eavesdropping on like a casual conversation.
I mean, yeah, like you said, the Witter comments like that feels like friend group behavior.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, okay, I'll let you go now because obviously
Yeah,
parents
this
wake
was
up.
really cool. I'm glad I got to be here.
Yep. Thank you so much, and
And
yeah, go on.
everyone who's watching this because they know me and they saw that I'd be on here, go check out the rest of GD Bean's stuff because it's really cool. They do like the daily news, not daily news, but is it daily? I think it's daily.
It is daily until like recent because I have exams soon and I want to focus on that, so it's once every 2 days now. But
Okay. Well, either way, they make really good news content and it's very casual. It's not like, we have to make the videos. It's they want to make the videos and that makes it cool. So definitely check it out.
yeah, I mean, and vice versa for you. I mean, if I've been watching you for years now, so I think that's just enough for me to say. I
New
think
map packs episode will be coming out sometime
yeah,
today.
like, okay, I know this is more glazed, but you're probably like top 3 YouTuber for putting the video in the background while I play extremes, so I don't get bored because you have so many like
That is
hour plus long
such a
videos.
compliment. That is such a genuine compliment. Thank you.
Yeah, it was like you, Norkbork, but he doesn't upload now, which I'm so annoyed. And who's
Yeah.
the Samifying videos, and again, he doesn't upload now. Like, bruh.
Yeah. I don't like I've heard that Samifying doesn't even do GD anymore.
Yeah,
Like they
he
left it
does
completely.
Trackmania because I see him in Trackmania a lot.
Uh,
So that's his thing now. But yeah, okay.
yeah.
I'll end stream now. Thank yous all for coming. The next okay, I will give a heads up. Next interview, because I'm gonna make the post in a couple days, is probably going to be on hybrid. However, it's not gonna
Ooh,
be but it's not gonna be a live stream. It's gonna be a video like interview via request. So just heads up on that. But yeah, I'm excited for that one. I find it funny because I like found out about hybrid through Skelly, which is like the
that's
most
fun.
funniest thing because it's both the Deimoses people. But yeah,